Oh,
Doug.
What? There's way too many things going on.
God damn it! It was Dimension Door, not Tiny Hut. Damn it!
Yeah, you've never had Tiny Hut.
Yeah. Okay, my microphone should be on. Should be set up now on OBS, so the people on the stream should be able to hear me now. If you can't hear me, people on Twitch, hello. Let me know that I'll put in the boost, turn up the bass, or turn down the bass and turn up the boost, and do some sound magic. Otherwise, just let me know. And then I will not configure anything. In any case, it's
Okay.
time for the D and the D's, everyone. Welcome. It's been so long. So, last we left off has been a month ago. It's been a long time. During which a lot has happened. Well, actually, nothing has happened in this past month, but things will be happening so freakishly fast, starting right gosh dang now. By the way, the players, I'm going to turn on the music. One of the tabs, one of the tabs in the in Foundry, the second to last tab, is the little music note tab. You go over on that tab and lower the playlist's volume to lower the sound because it's going to start blasting. So you have been warned.
Thank you.
And it might be laggy because it's playing off the cloud. And the cloud gets a bit laggy at times.
I hear a cello.
As you should. Good.
As you should.
So, last we left off, well, things have happened. The group known as the Mismatched Mavericks, after being sent to the city of Bunder by their friendly wizard, Finessair, to look into the city, especially into some ruins that lay nearby, trying to seek and find someone of olden times, a Finessair's apprentice by the name of Faye de Boulbay. As they marched on to Bunder through the teleport, and afterwards towards the ruins, the party found Faye laying inside. Although when they found her, she was very different from the Faye they met nearly 2 months ago. She was completely distraught, and at the same time it seemed like her conscience wasn't there at all. It seemed like she had been tranquilized to such a deep state that nobody knew exactly what had happened, except that for the obvious clue that was the book laying on the ground next to her. After recovering the book and Faye, the party returned to Bunder to try and find Finessair, but after some problems here and there, they had to make their way back to Redemption by foot, which they did in a journey that took them a few days. After returning, they finally had a time to rest, but not before finding out during this long trek that Faye had acquired some new power by reading the book. Apparently her mind had been opened to the secrets of the universe, and she had been able to tell the party, the group, many truths and things that nobody could possibly have known. One of the things that she told them, that she told Stormclimb, was that the human he had been looking for ever since ever, for so long, Miguel, was already dead. His soul had been consumed by a Demogorgon deep into the hells. And after finding out that truth, Stormclimb was distraught and completely lost for what felt like a long time, albeit it was just a few hours. Afterward, he decided to return and talk to Faye a little bit more and trying to find some weaknesses about this demon, this Demogorgon, they found that the Demogorgon is incredibly powerful and has a immense demon army behind it, and they could not in any way, shape or form defeat it on their own. However, Faye offered them an alternative. She told them of the possibility of going back in time to a moment when the Demogorgon wasn't so strong and didn't have such a backing to help it. And that became the party's next objective. After returning to Redemption and talking to Financier about that, he had told the party that he would make preparations to send them on their way to the past. But the party relaxed for a week, and during this period of relaxation, disaster struck. Somehow, the city decided to arrest Faye, the Boobay, after she had been returned to Redemption, and another friend of theirs, Derek, a sorcerer centaur, who had been imprisoned, both on the charges of cohorting with devils and demons. A whole trial went by, and things were looking dire and dire, and the party could not mount a defense or in any way convince the jury and the judge that they were all innocent. However, just as everything seemed lost, a random stranger in the courtroom got up and offered a solution. He offered to take in Faye and Derek as wards of sort to pay for their crimes under his wings. However, just as this stranger offered that proposition, but not before getting to Dractarian's mind through magical means to do so, Stormclimb had a weird realization as he looked at this stranger, and afterwards he concocted a plan. And that was where we left off. So, the session today begins with Dractarian, Stormclimb, and Falcon in the courtroom, along with many other important figures of Redemption, most of which have names that I have forgotten. But they exist, and they are there, judging silently. But none of that matters. Dractarian, as you look to the side, you see your minute party mate, Stormclimb, looking at Faye with such intensity in his tiny beady eyes. And then eventually you see his mouth moving almost as if he's mounting words. And you see that his tiny paw is pointing towards Faye. And then you realize that Stormclimb is casting some sort of spell. And then when you look at Faye, you just see Faye slowly nodding. And then Stormclimb makes another gesture and mounts some more words. And you get the sense that they're communicating mentally. And then after the second message is sent, Faye, this time around, she seems to make a negative nod. She shakes her head negatively, but it's almost imperceptible. You just know to look for it, otherwise you would have completely missed that. And then, afterwards, you just see the stranger at the back, looking a little bit impatient as he looks at the entire courtroom. So, what will it be? Will you take on my proposition? Allow me to take these two criminals under my wing, and make sure that they see the error of their ways, and pay for their crimes against the fair people of Redemption. At this point, the judge looks to the prosecution, who seems somewhat baffled by this new development, but he doesn't seem to have a whole lot. He doesn't seem to have any objections or any. He seems completely taken aback by this, and he ends up not countering him at all. And then the judge turns to the other side, towards the defense, towards you, Draktharian, and Stormclimb, and says, "And what about the defense?"
Well, I do not know him, but if he is reputable in some way, I suppose I don't necessarily see the problem.
Stormclimb looks up at you, and then back at the strange man in the back for a while, before looking up at the judge. "Yes, Your Honor, I think that they are good. They will be in good hands." Finally, the judge seems to ponder for a little bit, and you see that you've seen Villavel many times during your time at the guild, and he seems to be acting a little bit strange. You wonder, Draktharian, even for a moment, if whatever sort of spells he used against you, he has also used on other members of this court. But regardless, you feel content knowing that this problem has been solved finally, or at least that Faye and Derek are gonna go free. The judge then finally concludes the whole court, the whole trial, by banging his little gavel on the table a few times and saying, "Well then, the city of Redemption finds Derek and Faye the Bullback guilty, and their sentence is to serve under Mr. Badhopteru for the next 15 years. If their crimes are repeated at any time in the future, they will be executed without a trial, without any second chances. Is that understood by all?" And then everyone in the courtroom, they just kind of nod or say aye, and everyone sort of assents. And then finally, the judge says, "This is all then. Court is adjourned. Get back to your jobs." And everyone at the guild, they immediately nod towards one another, and they pick up their things and start rushing this or that way. And it's almost uncanny how fast they are all able to clear the cafeteria that has been turned into a courtroom for a day. And in a few moments, it starts looking once again like the cantina where you all have had lunch and breakfast so many times before. And finally, Faye and Derek, they are walked off, still shackled, in the direction of this strange man who seems to be named Badhopteru, who seems to take a moment to speak with them, and being a little bit far away, you can't quite hear what they're saying, but there doesn't seem to be any clear divisions anymore between defense and people who are hearing and anything else. So, for all intents and purposes, you are all free to do what you want to do. Draktharian, Falcon?
I'm just going to look at Falcon very confused.
Falcon is almost snoring in the back of the room.
That's... yeah, That's unexpected. I'm going to walk over. I'm going to gently smack him on the chest. Why? You fell asleep.
What? Huh?
What'd you get the board?
Oh, right. Sorry. Felt like I was sitting here for a few weeks. What are you talking about? Huh? Where am I?
In a courtroom. Well, a cafeteria.
Oh, I want to be the first one.
Wait, what?
Oh, in a month.
How many times have you gotten in trouble since... No, actually, don't answer that. I guess we're free to go.
It's probably not an answer you're going to want, but yeah, are we done? Is this whole shenanigan involving magic lady who says cryptic stuff into my left earlobe done?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, good, wonderful. Where the devil do we go?
I suppose anywhere really.
You want a drink?
I want a drink.
I want a
100%.
drink.
Okay.
So, as the two of you are about to leave the courtroom, you just hear forceful coughing behind you. I would like to speak with the defense, if you do not mind me. And when you turn, you see the tiger folk that appear to save the day, looking towards the both of you. And he seems very intent on having a conversation with the both of you.
No, he means you.
Oh boy. Yeah, I suppose so. Don't you go running off though.
I promise I may or may not do that.
What can I do for you?
I am to understand that both of you are acquainted with the defendants, and also with their previous employer of sorts.
Myself,
Debatably.
a little bit more. Yeah, I think a little bit more on my side than him, but yes, sure, go on.
Well, your employer, Finasair, has left the city, as you may have seen.
I did notice.
Well, I am not 100% happy, but proud regardless of saying that I am now the new owner and caretaker of the Bent and Tent Arcane Emporium.
Are you one of Finn's friends, or...?
You could say that I am, yes.
And who actually are you?
I'm Budhopter. I'm a simple merchant in the city. You probably never came by my shop. A few streets down in the merchant's quarters, the adventuring bits and pieces, wooden furniture.
You ran the furniture store?
Yes. If you have any need for wooden furniture, or perhaps a bit of tea, I can supply with both. That is my specialty after all.
I see. Well, no, I definitely would have remembered a name like that. But why take such an interest?
I have always been interested in this city. There are so many grandiose things going on in here. Adventurers coming by every day, magical items, trading hands, and people who seem to cohort with fiends and devils are appearing more and more every day.
As are the fiends and devils. There have been, portals opening up all over the place.
And that is a very dangerous prospect. I'm an interested party in the prosperous future of the city, and I would like to make sure that those portals don't open again. And even if they do, that there is nobody on this side that is interested in cohorting with them.
Well, it sounds like you're in the right place, considering that's what the leader of this guild is in the prospect of doing.
Well, like I said, it is a deep interest of mine to see the city prosper, but not necessarily the guild itself. The founders and those who run the guild, I don't quite trust them. And I'm sure they don't trust us, the merchants and the mages of redemption. But if we are going to talk, let's not talk in what I would call a hostile terrain. Let's talk in a more comfortable place, both for you and for me. Not that it currently is, but it will become. Let's go to the Bent and Tent Arcane Emporium.
Well, I suppose.
No, I was hoping on the alcohol, but sure.
Oh, good. You haven't walked away yet. Good.
Hey,
Yeah, I suppose let's do that.
So all of you march towards the Bent and Taint Arcane Emporium. Eventually, one of the guild guards they come with a set of keys and release the manacles in Faze's hands and Derek's hands as well, allowing them to go freely now. And still, despite everything, a couple of guards still walk along with the entire group all the way down to the Bent and Tent Arcane Emporium. So because of this, but Hopter, who does not says a single word the entire way. But once you finally arrive, and the guards stay outside, and everyone go into the tower, then he seems to become a little bit more friendly. You see Bud Hopter who turning around. You see a smile on his face. He still has, the whole time that you've seen him, he has his arms crossed. And he seems to walk like this and do everything like this. And you're not entirely sure why. But eventually you get inside the Bent and Taint Arcane Emporium and he turns to the both of you and says, "Home sweet home, or it shall become. It is to my understanding that Finn left several secret passages and devices still operating in this tower. I need to work them out if this is to become a habitable place again."
oh, yeah, right, this place. I'm gonna look around and see if he had any elven clothes laying around. Just making sure he kept his promise.
Was more referring to a skeleton trap he seems to have, but
Oh, that.
Is a skeleton what?
It's the skeletons on the wall when people try and steal things, like they come to life and try to kill you.
Oh,
You know,
that's something to learn.
those like friendly chattering skeletons, they are just there for show. Like they tried to kill me and Ender and Stormclimb the first time we met them.
Well, you tried stealing?
No, we didn't try to steal. We were trying to help Finn, and it would have looked like stealing, but it was not stealing.
Okay, I believe you.
I sure hope you do. No, we didn't steal. We literally went there to find components for a thing.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Alright.
speaking of components, but Hopter who interrupts the both of you. Finn, well, has talked to the three of you, and apparently you're thinking of going back in time, or so I understand.
That did come up, yes. It's a bit of a lofty goal, I think.
Well, it is indeed a lofty goal. Thankfully to you, Finasayer has imbued me with the preparations of such ritual, which can be complicated at times, but I am confident in my capabilities. And I believe I'll be able to get you to wherever it is you need to go fairly easily, and mostly unscathed. So, you want to go back to the time of this one here? And he points his snout towards Falcon.
That did sound like the plan.
One eye blinking, followed by the other eye blinking as he's clearly trying to wake up before rubbing his face with both hands.
Well, that is good and all. If that is so, I will need to start to prepare the preparations for the ritual right away. And not only that, but I will need some components.
As always. What could you possibly need to teleport a bunch of strange people backwards in time? I can't imagine it's, like bread and something simple to get.
You're not getting one of my scales or one of my horns.
Well,
Go back.
there are many ways to travel back through time. And forwards as well, but one thing I need you all to understand is for all intents and purposes, if you leave this current timeline that you're inserted into, consider yourselves dead. You will cease to exist in this timeline, and going back in time, just your mere presence in another timeline already makes it hard for you to return to your original timeline. So, that is another way of saying you won't ever return.
Hey, good riddance this place anyways. Global warming's at an all-time high, the people don't make any sense, and the clothing looks atrocious.
Hey, you're tremendously snarky for someone who barely wakes up ever.
Maybe if there was something more interesting to look at, I wouldn't be sleeping all the time.
This guy. Well,
Sorry.
look. Look. Not existing anymore sounds like a good time, and not at all in my plans. So that's new.
I would have expected that Finasaire would have told you that already.
I mean, it came up, but I don't know. Time travel to me is a far-fetched concept. I still have yet to really believe that's really going to happen yet. So,
Oh, don't worry. I've already time traveled you a bunch of times earlier.
you want?
Not going to answer, Jack.
I am surrounded by lunatics. Okay, so what kind of components could you possibly need?
Well, I'm glad you two are so eager to return then. Good. That takes the hard and nasty part of saying goodbye to your family and friends much easier and faster. I honestly hate that. Anyway, I will need some... Well, since we are going to your time, Dragonborn, the shorter one, I will need your blood and a talon, or a claw, or a teeth, whichever one you fancy the least.
Does it have to come off?
Ideally, yes, I intend to write a sigil on the ground with it.
Oh. Can I just, wiggle my finger out and we can just draw that way?
I could. But do you want to risk me getting the tiniest detail of the glyph wrong and sending you into a completely different and wrong place?
Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Drag!
What?
Okay, so... do you have a piece of cloth?
Several.
Okay, so I need you to, 1, give me that cloth, and 2, how are you at ripping things off?
We are doing this right now.
Yeah, why not?
Several reasons why not. But like, well, you're literally planning to do this right now, like send us back in time right now. That's a thing that we're doing right now.
No time like the present.
Ugh.
Besides, why put it off?
Wait, do you need the whole talon?
Well, ideally, not the entire thing, just enough to write with.
Whew. Oh boy, you had me for a second. See, I was going to put a gag in my mouth, and okay, anybody got like a trimmer or something?
I mean, I could still just rip one of your fingers off if that would work.
How good are you at catching yourself from falling?
Fairly. Don't
Get the
threaten me,
trimmers.
boy.
Get the trimmers. Barbarian.
I am not a barbarian, first of all. And second of all, I have an axe. That's very sharp.
That's very barbarian to me.
Alright, you. Come here.
Eh.
And I'm going to grab him and my axe. And we're going to use this great axe like a trimming device.
Sure.
Or we can use one of my smaller axes. If you'd
Let's
prefer.
use one of the smaller axes.
Oh, fine.
Okay,
Come on,
alright.
baby.
So, Drake Daring, make me a dexterity check, and try not to roll below a 5, or else Falcon loses a finger.
Let's see. Which one do you not like the most?
Take the pinky.
This one? Okay.
Yeah, take the pinky.
Okay.
You don't need the pinky.
There's an 11.
Alright, you don't lose a finger.
I had my finger on the rewind time button. Like,
Don't you dare do it.
So,
I like to imagine it's like holding a dog and you're like trimming its nails.
Come here. Come here. Stop wiggling so much.
eventually you do manage to remove the end of one of Falcon's talons, and and you hand it off to Budhopter, who does not uncrosses his arms the entire time. You just see his long sleeves kind of wiggling about, and then you see a mage hand appearing and going towards you to grab the clipped off talon, and then he brings it close to his face, inspects it for a little while, and says, "Alright, this will be tricky to write with, but it is acceptable. Now, I also need to draw this glyph with the Dragonborn's blood."
How much blood are you going to need? Because I have a lot of different axes.
What?
Well, it would be a sizable glyph to fit the 3 of you inside of it. But, seeing as you are quite large, I might need to be a slightly bigger glyph.
Yeah, I mean, I can squish a little. I mean,
Um,
we'll try.
You will have to.
Wait. No.
What? It's just blood. I mean, come on.
Yes, blood. The important thing that I need inside me to live.
Yes, and you have a lot of it to spare. Most people do.
I know that.
I mean, have you been seeing how many people have been cutting up? I know a thing or two about how much blood is inside somebody.
I would almost label you as a sadist.
Oh, it's pot calling the kettle black, I think.
I don't mean to intrude in your business, but first I don't see the reason for being so, capricious with your blood. You will recover it eventually. Besides, I hear you're in the business of shedding it very frequently. It seems to me that you have arrived in the city a few days ago, covered in blood, most of which your own.
It was an accident. It was an accident with an X. I don't want to talk about it. Okay, get the X.
I'll get one of the daggers out of the bag of holding.
Oh,
So
you
that
do
I'm not-
care.
I'm not just going to cut you into pieces as much as I want to.
Alright.
Oh,
So, direct daring. But Hopter, who hands to you using his mage hand some flasks and vials and other tools to collect blood, a tourniquet and other things, and he kinda instructs you on the hallway on how to draw some blood. And after doing a whole 5-minute course on how to draw blood, he pretty much gives you the green light, and you're pretty much ready to go. So imagine you're drawing some blood, aren't you?
I demand food after this.
Look, you'll get like a juice and a cookie or something. That's what it usually is.
What the hell's juice?
What do you mean what the hell's juice? Squeeze fruit to make juice.
Well, direct daring, since you're the one drawing blood, I want you to go ahead and roll for me a d6 and call out the number.
Oh no. Do you want me to make it private? Just roll it?
No, roll it openly.
That's a 3.
Pints of blood.
Oh, Lord. That's a bit much. This is gonna hurt. I'm just going to preface that.
Are drawn after your whole operation. It's to the best of your ability, it's as clean as you can make it, but also a little bit forceful here and there. And eventually, you do bleed Falcon severely, and you throw up 3 whole pints of blood before. Actually, you draw 1 pint of blood before. But Hopter Who and Falcon both start yelling for you to stop, and you do your best trying to stop, and you draw 2 more pints before you are able to finally put a stop to it. And then, but Hopter Who he using his mage hand brings back the flask full of dragonborn blood, and then uses the talon to dip it in blood and start drawing a sigil on the ground.
That's okay.
Which doesn't take too long, but still takes a little while.
Did you know the adult humanoid life form can have 12 pints of...
Oh, come here, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. You only lost like a quarter of your blood. It's fine. Look, I'm bad at tying knots. My hands are big.
I want my cookie.
I'm going to give you a cookie. Just calm down. Wait, do I still have that? No, I don't. I used to have loaves of sweetbread in the bag, but that was months ago.
I don't think you can eat that.
I won't be eating it.
Is it still in the bag?
No, I threw it away.
Oh, thank God. I thought for a second you guys put it back in the bag after it got turned over.
I thought about it.
That's nasty.
It is. That's why I threw it away.
Actually,
It's disgusting. I mean, we still have the chair, so that's important.
So after you all wait for Budhopter Who to finish drawing the whole glyph on the ground, he takes a couple steps back, kind of marveling at his own creation. He starts saying some arcane words, most of which don't sound familiar at all, either to Falcon or to Stormclimb or anyone present, really. Except, of course, Faye. But all of these arcane words he's chanting, they sound very off. Not that you would know, but they don't sound like anything you have ever heard. You imagine it's a very high-level spell that he is casting.
Do I have any idea whatsoever because I'm a time mage?
Make an Arcana check. Actually, an intelligence check.
There is no combat encounter. Excuse me. Oh, that's initiative. Ah, why do they look the same?
'Cause they start with
Intelligence.
an I.
Gosh dang. Was that 11? You think back to all of your arcane knowledge and you can't, for the life of you, think of what it might be. You imagine it's some sort of portal opening spell, but those are complicated. You try to commit much of it to memory as you can, but everything's a little bit hazy after so much of your blood was drawn.
Alright. The blood.
So after the circle is drawn, the words are chanted, the glyph kind of seems to dry up almost immediately and starts glowing. And just as it starts glowing, Budhopter who says, "It is done. Now step through, and you will go back in time to hopefully the time from which you intend to go. I imagine we shall never see each other again, so it was an immense pleasure to meet the adventurers that helped Finasair so much."
Pleasure to meet you as well, I suppose.
Can I have juice before I leave?
And we will have juice when we get there.
I'm afraid we don't have any juice on this shop. Not right now, at least. The previous inhabitant just left and took everything with him. Mostly
Bastard actually made juice. Okay.
All right.
Yep. I'm good.
I'll pick up the dragon. Come here. You look very out of it. I'll pick him up, and we'll step through together. How about that?
Just as you're planning and pep talking each other to go through, Stormclimb, he kind of grabs your shoulder with as much might as he can, kind of sinking his tiny claws into you to no effect whatsoever. But he kind of tries to shake you and says, "Drac, are you really going to do this?"
It's not the craziest thing that I've done in the last month, I guess. I don't know. I'm sure there's a way back. I'm sure there's always a way to fix things.
Think about it this way. If you quote-unquote die, then they'll write about you in the future.
I don't want to think about it. Time travel is making my head hurt and we haven't even started.
Oh, my friend.
I don't know, Drac. If you do this, I can't go with you.
What do you mean you can't go with me?
Stormclimb, he kind of looks to Budhopter, who's staying a little bit far away, kind of just looking at you all and waiting. And then Stormclimb kind of climbs up your neck, getting very close to your ear, to say, "That guy, he's a fiend. Just like Demogorgon, just like the creature that took Miguel from me. I can't trust a fiend." Well, what if they're just trying to kill us, or sacrifice our souls like they did with Miguel's? He says that the Finasair told him to help us, but I won't do it if it is with a fiend. I'll find my own way, but not with him.
Well, I suppose that you and Ender will maybe eventually find your way then. But at least you'll be here, and I don't really have a place here anymore either. I'm still trying to find a new one. So maybe this won't be a bad thing. Maybe.
I trust you, Drac. Please be careful, okay?
It's my middle name.
It is not.
You are correct. It's not my middle name, but I tried.
Oh.
Alright.
I'll see you in the past, I guess.
If not, then we will always remember one another, won't we?
Yes, we will. We're polar against dangers, after all.
Hmm.
Hey, look at the bright side. If we do well, you'll find us in the history book in the library. If we do poorly, be sure to check the obituary section.
That is not helping my nervousness right now.
Hey, you never thought to check the sections for me. I could already be dead. You would already know what was going on if you looked ahead of time.
Oh, God.
Storm climbed
just-
in, kind of tugs on one of your horns and points towards Falcon and says, "And you, Drake, please, take care of him. Or rather, take care of yourself while around him. I also don't trust him that much, if you know what I mean."
Well, yeah, me neither. But you don't have to trust everyone you work with, do you?
Well, it would be nice if you could.
Well, sometimes that's just how it works.
And then
Coworkers.
Stormclimb jumps down to your shoulder and then kind of tries to look towards Falcon as stoically as he can and says, "Despite everything, Falcon, I'll miss you. But by God, you're an asshole."
Oh, I know. Oh, I know.
Well, then stop it. Nobody likes
No.
it.
No. No, you see, I can't. I want the very last memory you have of me to be this moment. Know that when I die, the moment I go through that portal, I'll be dead. And you'll look in the history books and you'll know I was the biggest asshole out of all of them.
I'm going to make sure he was the nicest person who ever lived. You can bet on it.
All right.
Well, no need for long goodbyes. I'll start crying or something.
I'm not very good at goodbyes, but I suppose it's better that I just go. Or that you just go.
I think that's more it. Keep Faye and these guys safe and under check. And this whole town, I mean, this is your home. For now.
I suppose it is. I'll do my best. Good luck, Drac. And good luck, Falcon, I guess.
Eh.
And then Stormclimb kinda... From your shoulder, he walks his way back up to your neck and kinda tries to give you a hug around your neck. And then a little pat on the back of your neck and says, "I'll always remember all the adventures we had."
Kind of just do the one hand hug.
Tiny two finger hug.
Tiny 2-finger hug, because I'm a lot bigger than you are.
And then Stormclimb finally takes a step back, looks up at you, nods, and then starts climbing down back to the floor, and then stands aside, just watching you. And then Damocles flies off of your scabbard and flies towards him, and the both of them just watch you, Drakdaring and Falcon, as you take your last preparations before going through the portal.
Okay, well,
I never did get that cloak.
and I never did get my armor. So, really, both of us are out a bit. But, if we're going back to your time, I'm sure you have connections. I'll be the one who's a fish out of water.
I think I have connections.
You think
Yeah, if I can remember anyways.
your memory is so questionable. It's amazing you don't fireball yourself.
You know, I've thought about it.
All right, here, you first. I'll shove him forward.
Alright?
I would like to point out that as I am going through the portal, I lovingly hold up my hand, do like the Princess Di wave where you move it back and forth. And as I take my step in, I cast grease underneath Storklime's feet.
Why are you like this?
As I go into the portal.
Why are you this person?
So, knowingly, there's a barrage of magical effects going on one after another. First, you, Falcon, knowingly snap your fingers from your hand that still, hasn't been clipped for talents. You snap your fingers to make the Salamel, your raven, go back into its pocket dimension, so it doesn't get harmed during the whole travel process. And then you go back into the portal as Drakten kind of pushes you, and as you go stumbling a little bit, doing the wave, and also as you wave your hands, you utter some arcane words, casting grease. There, because you're that person, apparently.
Oh, God. And I'll just walk in after him.
And
Like this. Oh,
just as the last thing you see when you disappear, Falcon, is a storm climb trying to stifle a little sob, and he kind of is cleaning up his eyes with his tiny little paws, kind of looking at you, and then out of nowhere his legs wobble and he face plants and stacks it on the floor, and he just vanish, and that's the last thing you see. As Draktarin follows right behind, completely oblivious to what just happened.
yeah.
My character arc is completed.
Is this the I'm a piece of shit arc done?
No, it's the I finally got back when I said that I would get back at him at the very first time I met him.
Oh my goodness.
Draktarin, the last thing you see as you're going through the portal is Budhopter, who standing with his arms crossed. He slowly uncrosses his arms and waves goodbye at you, and when you see that he's waving goodbye, his hand is reversed. And he's waving goodbye to you, and you find that odd, and then you just hear the very shrill asshole from behind you as you vanish. And then the both of you see at first a lot of light, and then darkness, and then some more light, and then more darkness, and then light. And it seems like all of these are layers of consciousness that you're going through. You get the sense that you're going through a moment of being awake, and then a moment of being unconscious, and these flashes, as they keep coming towards you, they seem physical, almost like chunks, like blocks, and they're coming towards you, and as they come, they seem to be coming faster and faster, and eventually your whole vision is just strobing with light and darkness, with black and white, and it kind of dazzles you for a moment, as you are completely unable now to see what's going on, and the two of you seem very lost and confused, and you can kind of sense being close to one another, but it's a very disorientating feeling regardless. And eventually the strobing slows down a little bit, and as it slows down, the layers, they start to take a little bit more time to come through, and eventually one of the layers, they start to gain a little bit of color, and the other starts to gain a little bit more of detail. And layer through layer, you start to form a picture, and eventually when the last layer comes through, it almost feels like you're climbing out of water. Like all this blurriness and glossiness just ceases completely, as if you went through an invisible wall of water. And as you come through on the other side, the two of you find yourselves in a library. And as you look around, there's thousands of books everywhere. There's books as far as the eye can see in every place imaginable, and no matter how far you look, all you can see is books. And bookshelves and staircases and stairwells and balconies and all manner of structures that leads to other places with more books. And this is an immense place. And the two of you find yourselves at the very center that seems devoid of books, unlike most everything else. And as soon as you two step there, kind of look to one another, making sure that the two of you are together and well, you see a figure approaching you. As you look to this figure, it is a humanoid figure, but it doesn't look right. You can tell that it's humanoid, and you can tell that it's approaching. As it passes through bookshelves, you see that its long flowing cape kind of brushes against some open books and turns on some pages. But when you look directly at this humanoid, it seems like it's incredibly far away, almost as if you're trying to see the moon with the naked eye. It's incredibly far away, and yet you sense it, and you know that it's incredibly close to you. But you can't make up any detail of this humanoid shape. And when it finally approaches you, it says, "Oh, welcome. I wasn't aware that people would be traveling."
Hi. Do you have a trash can?
Oh, yeah, that I agree with him. I don't.
Two trash cans.
I need to sit down. This is a lot. Hold on, please.
I'm sorry to say there are no chairs here to speak of.
Oh,
In fact, you can't stay. You're out of time. And you need to get back into time.
where are we? Hold on. Where are we?
You are in the plane of time.
Oh, yeah, plane of time. I somewhat know what that is, I think.
Do you, time boy?
So if I throw up in the plane of time, does it actually happen?
You won't.
Probably happens at all.
You can't. At the plane of time, things work differently. You will find that your body is unable to perform most of its functions while here. You can't feel hungry, you can't feel thirsty, you can't feel tired. And after a while, it drives most people insane. I've seen it happen. So, let me guide you off.
Okay.
But first, I need an offering, as you
not
very
more
well
blood.
know.
Not blood.
Very well, no. Hold on. There was no pamphlet that told us this.
Well, you can't expect to come to the plane of time and travel to another era for free. You need to leave
be
something
fair.
behind.
To be fair, I've never done this before.
Not many do. And most that do only do it once. So, what will you leave behind? What timeless thing you possess that you're willing to part with?
I have this book of insults for the Underdark I finished reading. Do you want that?
No.
um, I have a chair.
It's a very nice chair.
It's a very nice chair.
A chair.
It has actually stood the test of time.
Let me see this chair.
Reach into the bag of holding and a whole chair out of it. And put it on the ground.
The humanoid figure looks towards the chair and starts examining it with its eyes. And Tractarian, you might as well go ahead and read the description on the item.
An old and worn chair inlaid with a timeless motif.
Timeless. That's the
Timeless.
code.
Yeah.
Very well. I'll accept this. Although, you're a lucky one, Falcon the Cool. Not many people travel through time twice, without an offering both times. Well, that is a lie. You did give me an offering the first time around.
Oh, I'm not gonna remember the second time either, am I?
Oh, you will. Since you are going back to your original time, I see no need. Should take yet another offering.
Oh, great. Oh, right.
Yes?
No, nothing. Just wondering, though, if I am going back, can I borrow any of these books?
No, you cannot.
Hmm.
Must I say, though,
questions.
I've had quite a wonderful time going through your memories. Can't wait until you decide to travel again and offer some more. But regardless, do follow me. And the figure starts walking off into the distance without really waiting for the both of you.
Oh, so that's what happened.
Wait, hold on. You're telling me that you've done this before and he took your memories?
Oh, yeah. Apparently, I was here before. I'm sure it'll all start coming back to me once we get back.
Why are you so nonchalant about all this?
Well, I'm technically just finding out about it.
Yeah, that would kind of blow my mind. It is
Eh.
currently.
You would think, but eventually the whiplash is going to hit me harder than a truck, and I'm probably going to get knocked unconscious about it. I'm just getting ready for the time I need a bucket.
Let's just
Or-
that'll
or a
probably
can.
be whenever we get wherever.
We should follow or we're probably going to die, though. Come
let's
on.
go. Let's go. Yeah. That poor chat.
Wisely, you do follow him. Or it, rather. The figure that guides you. And as it starts guiding you, Falcon, you feel a sense of warmth within you. And you feel like you're going the right direction, even though you're not entirely sure what direction you're going into even. And when you all arrive, you understand finally what direction it is that you've been going through all along. The figure pulls a book from the shelf and starts flipping through its pages, and when he opens one of the pages and shows it to you, offering the book with its page open, it has no writing on it, but it's actually moving pictures. And you see that it is a snapshot of a moment of time, of an actual place in this world that you've been in. But in Tractarian's past and Falcon's present. And as the figure offered this book to you, there's an alluring call to that picture. Not to you, Drectari, but your falcon. It seems to beckon and call to you.
I accept the book.
And as you pick it up and start examining, and you focus your vision on the moving pictures, you can't help but to instinctively just reach out and grab Drectari. And Drectari, at this moment, you too start to look more attentively to the pictures, and they seem to become more alive than they were before. Somehow, those moving pictures in the book, they still felt distant, but when you really look into it and focus, they start to glow and grow as well. They start to expand and take more of your vision and your mind. And it seems once again that sorry, that you go through an invisible wall of water that blurs your vision completely, and that image seems so distant. And then the both of you once again start to seeing layers of black and white coming in slowly at first, but then they start to pick up speed and come through until there's just a strobe of light coming through. And that's all that your vision is for what feels like hundreds and hundreds of years. But not really. And eventually, those chunks, they start to slow down again. And as they slow down, that picture you had seen before starts to take shape. But it's no longer just that small picture the size of a page. Now it's all around you. Everywhere you look, you see all that. You see the green lands, the blue skies, and you see figures flying up in among the clouds. And as those layers, they start to come in slower, more and more slowly, and everything starts to take definition and shape and color. Eventually you cross that barrier, that invisible wall, and once you do, you finally realize that you're in another completely different place. And as soon as you land, you feel a very violent whiplash in your entire system that you imagine is what it feels like to be yanked from one place and put down 1,000 years in the past. And the last thing the two of you see and hear is the roar of dragons as they fly in the sky, and people shouting off in the distance before the two of you collapse and grow unconscious. So, welcome to the past. Took you a while, but you're finally here.
The time
It's
travel.
different colored.
The past is exactly like the present. Everyone does things the same there.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Nothing has changed. It was a big
Nothing's
marketing
changed.
ploy.
It's just old.
Listen, there's very different things in the past.
Like what?
Well, the clothing doesn't look like so I mean, hey, there's that.
I feel like you're not the most fashion conscious person and have no room to speak on this.
I want my robes back.
Uh-huh.
Felt naked without them. Aren't we unconscious?
Yeah, the two of you are very much unconscious, yes.
Okay,
Having
shut
a
up, Drake.
lucid unconsciousness moment.
So, Gambrinus. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Used to be neglected.
Come again?
Nothing go on.
You have been here for a week now. Imprisoned.
shit.
Nothing has changed in this whole week. You just kept hearing threats and people treating you poorly. Very bad. You knew from the very moment that you have been tasked to go out of your way towards this place with a freaky name, to Talum Forard, into the heart of the Sagery host, to try and reach out to one of their leaders, the one that was thought to be one of the softest and easiest to reach, Lord Grodzina. You thought to yourself already, this is not gonna go well. You imagined already there would be a little bit of a... It would be complicated and there would be difficulties, but you did not foresee it being this difficult. You have been in prison for over a week now. Nearly a week. When you finally hear the sound of the cages being open, the familiar footsteps of guards bringing down another prisoner.
Okay, I just try to see the new guy arriving, and after all these days, I think I will not try to mess with the guards.
Alright. You do see that they are bringing in a noble that, much like many nobles you have seen before in your days, passing through these lands of dragons and these frigid lands, the entirety of the West. I have seen these nobles around and about, but you never thought that they would imprison one of their own. Or at least, you're not entirely sure who this noble is, but it seems like he is being imprisoned along with you and put in a cell next to yours. Calaris.
Is he?
Sorry. Calaris, you are brought in, you know, mostly due to your own fault. You have been caught trying to sneak into this castle in the middle of a party. Well, a party of sorts, not a gala that you have been used to and other such festivities, but rather a feast after a hunt in the woods nearby. And you thought,
Oh, come on, gods. That fake invitation couldn't have been made by anyone.
but the guards have none of it. They see you for what you are. They see you for the farce and the pawn that you are compared to them and all of their power. And they know that you're here not for the reasons you say that you are. And they immediately imprison you and put you down in the dungeons.
Well, drat. Didn't listen to me this time.
Down there, you notice, despite being completely dark, you notice, or seem to notice, another prisoner, a lion folk, who seems to have been there way before you arrived.
Well, how long have you been here?
Long enough to name all the bricks in the wall. I don't know how many days that are.
Wait until you start counting the cobblestones. That's when you're in trouble.
Oh. I am not counting them. I am naming them. So that's long gone. Sorry.
And at first you start imagining what might have happened to either one of you and why you have been imprisoned. And lo and behold, at first, both of you, complete strangers to one another, try to keep your distance from one another. But as the week goes on, the loneliness starts to get to you, and you start talking to one another a little bit more and sharing a little bit more information, just getting friendly since it seems like you're going to be spending quite the time in this dungeon here. Gambrinus, you've been here for 2 weeks now, and Calaris, you've been here for a whole week. And you never thought you would be able to go for more than a day using the same clothes, but lo and behold, here you are.
So, what is exactly brings a nobleman down here?
Oh, a little bit of sport, espionage.
Not a really good spy, but
Take that back, sir.
what are you gonna do? And anyway, if you were a good spy, you wouldn't be down here.
It's not the first time I've been down here, I don't think.
So not the first time. How did you get out the first time?
You see, that may have had some relations to my background. My parents, so what do I see in my cell?
It's kinda dark. You just see walls, and there's a grate in front of you, a gate. And you hear the voice of Gambrinus to the cell next to yours, but there's a solid wall between the two of you, and no light coming in from anywhere. Except for a
So
torch.
I don't get to see him, so I just get to hear.
Yeah, you guys are only hearing one another, not seeing.
So is the door, is it solid or like a gate?
It's a gate. It's there's holes in the middle, but they're small holes. You can't quite fit much through them. The bars are very close together.
I don't have any of my possessions with me, do I?
No, the both of you have been stripped clean coming in. The only thing you have is your clothes.
Okay.
So you don't have your equipment, your weapons, your magical components. You don't have anything. The only thing you get is a little bit of food that they bring every once in a while.
I guess we are pretty much screwed up. Sorry, I really don't know where to go.
And after being here for what feels like forever, even to you, Colaris, who have been here for a much smaller period of time than Gambrinus, eventually there's commotion outside, and you hear loud noises and guards shouting once more, and you see the flame down the hall to the left of your cells. The flames flicker, and you recognize that as the door opening, much like the same time whenever they bring in food to you guys. And you know, you haven't got a full look of this entire place, but you know that that's the only door leading out of the cells. And eventually the door open, and you hear the noise of something being dragged. And eventually the cells in front of yours are opened, and you see two figures thrown in. The gates are closed, and then the guards just kind of bang on the bars of your cells just to make some ruckus and noise before turning and leaving. And you see that
New friends.
a little short while later, these two persons that have been brought in, they start to very, very slowly wake up. And it's still sort of dark, and it's hard for most of you to see one another. But you're all together in a cell, and Drekdaring, Falcon, the two of you have also been stripped of your possessions.
Is there any kind of like handle or key slot on my side of the door?
Not on your side, but there is on the outside. But you don't have anything to pick that lock with.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thieves' tools.
Are we still mega unconscious?
You're slowly waking up at this point.
Oh. Oh.
I use my thaumaturgy to say a very loud "Hello, how are you doing?" to the guys, like to wake them up. Wake them up.
Huh?
Thaumaturgy.
Yes.
Doug,
I was muted. Gosh,
you
dang it.
were. I was like, oh, that's a lot of prolonged silence.
Sorry. So, thank you. Yes, if it has no need for material components, if it's only verbal and or somatic, then sure, you can cast Thaumaturgy.
Yes, this just keeps giving me the text.
Oh, whoops.
Come again?
Whoops.
Just gives me the text when I click on it. It does not cast.
Let me see. You're using it through D&D Beyond, right?
Yes, I can try on Foundry. Just give me a moment.
Oh, no. It's alright. It's just that, when you click on it, it'll open up a text, and there you'll see components. There's a V. That means it's, verbal. There's no button to click to cast it, so it's alright.
Okay. So when the guards leave, I just scream very loud "Hello!" to the guys show and then the new cells.
Good. Oh, noises. Okay, not
Are
good.
there any guards around?
I will kill.
There were guards that brought them in, and eventually brought everyone in, but it seemed like all guards have left.
Yeah, I do that only after they left.
Okay, as soon as you do cast that, it does seem to have an effect in waking up those newcomers, but you also hear a banging in the door to the south, whereabouts of here. You hear a loud banging on the door, and someone just shouts from the other side, "You stop that noise right now!"
I just want to bang on my door more and be like, "You mean like this?"
Oh, all of you stop making noise. My head is. Oh.
Oh no, I think I know that asshole.
Where
Where am I?
am I?
Oh, I know where I'm at.
Falcon?
Oh, I know where I'm at.
Falcon, where are we?
Falcon.
Jail.
Why are
Huh?
we in jail?
Well, you're with Falcon. It happens a lot.
Oh,
What do you-
God damn it.
What?
Hey.
So I am the longest
Nicholas.
staying here. Yeah. First time.
I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to immediately punch the door.
Okay, to what purpose?
What?
Frustration and confusion.
I like it.
Alright, you get up,
Just one.
seeing how cramped this space that you are is, and then you just punch the door once, and it doesn't seem to budge at all. It's a very sturdy door, but it does makes a little bit of a noise, and then more banging on the door down as the guard seems to shout something from the other side. "This is our last warning. Stop that noise right now."
You get in here and explain what is happening.
I want to cast Thaumaturgy again and say, Or else what? To the guard.
I'm just beating out a rhythm on the door.
Oh, I'm getting a headache. I'm surrounded by an asshole. I think I know it. An asshole I definitely know. Who the hell is shouting? I'm going to strangle you.
Eventually, as all of you wake up and start banging the door, casting spells and making such a ruckus, eventually you see a couple of guards coming in. They you can't quite see very well except for those who have dark vision. Which is everyone except Colaris.
Are you?
There's
Very
always the
serious.
one.
There's always one that doesn't have it.
Freaking dark vision.
Because I was going to ask, can I see any keys on the guards?
Once, I mean, there's a flickering flame. It kind of illuminates a little bit, but not that much. Let me actually draw that flame, that so you guys can get an idea of the light that is being cast. You can't quite see it, but it is there. Let me open this and open this and then close this and then close this and then open this and open this and then close this and close this. You can see a little bit of light down there.
Wow.
Yes, I can see a little thing now.
And eventually the door opens and you see some two guards coming in, and they do you do make a perception check, Colaris and anyone else that's trying to perceive if they have keys on them.
I can use my thaumaturgy to slam the door on their faces.
The door is closed and locked. You can't do that.
No, I mean, when they open and when they are about to come in, I can try to slam on their face just to annoy them.
Right, sure. You do that then. You, as soon as they coming through, you use your thaumaturgy to try and bang the door on their face. Just because.
Hey, I've been here long enough, so either you do something to me or let me go.
You just hear a sound that sounds like bones cracking, or rather cartilage, and you hear one of the guards letting out a very annoyed and painful shout, and it seems like they unsheath something that glimmers in the dark, and you do recognize it to be some sort of a blade, and they rush into the room. Colaris, unfortunately, as they're coming in and as they unsheath blades and they start to walk around and prance with those, you're a little bit too distracted by the blades themselves to notice any sort of keys. However, Drectarian and Falcon do notice. They do have one of them has key jangling on his waist, and whereas they were going to just come into the room and start to go from cell to cell, both of them immediately go down to the very end to your cell, Gambrinus, and they stop in front of the door, looking at you very threateningly.
Ooh, while they do that, can I point my finger in the direction of Colaris and cast message?
Sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Has material components.
Has?
Wait, has material
You require
components?
you need a little copper wire to do that.
Yeah.
Frack, I don't have anything. Okay,
I thought the
in
same
that-
thing.
You thought the same thing. Okay, then, seeing as I noticed that they have keys, I'm going to Mage Hand and try and steal them.
Oh my goodness.
Gasp.
Bastard is stealing my bit.
Does Mage Hand has material components?
It's only VS.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Okay. I'll ask you to go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Dun, 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 dun. 30-20.
Ooh.
That was gorgeous.
Sure, you very, very definitely managed to pick the key from from their waist as they're kind of just pounding against the door and slamming the backside of their blades at it and just shouting at Gambrinus, "Who do you think you are, mate? You're here until Lord says you're good to go. Haha, keep on making up such a fuss. We're gonna toss you in the forest and you're gonna see what the elves do with your inwards. There's nothing gonna be left of you when they're done with your filthy carcass."
Well, I guess that sounds better than staying here and smelling your breath.
Oh, keep trying your luck. Eventually you're gonna be out here. And when you are, you're gonna be begging to come back. And I'm gonna have front row tickets to see your suffering firsthand. Now shut the fuck up and go back to your corner before we go in there and beat you senseless, you bastard.
Wanna cast Toll the Dead on him?
Are you going to try and cast Toll the Dead on this guard?
Yes.
Okay, is it only...
Yeah, it is a VS.
Uh,
I think it's just that.
It's a VS cantrip. So
oh boy. Some people here are aching for combat, so sure. Why not?
Live and die.
What is Toll the Dead?
it hurts, is what it does.
It's a cleric cantrip. It hurts.
It's necrotic damage. It's good.
Did it roll? I guess it didn't roll on Foundry.
It did roll, yes, but I will need to roll their
Let me see.
Wisdom saves.
yeah, their wisdom save, but I also need I'm gonna need to roll for some initiative and some other things here. I'm just trying to ponder and think for a little bit about what the hell they're doing. Actually, I'll be nice and allow you to re-roll that by using the D12 version, because I'm going to consider one of the Dragonborn that has the cracked snout as having suffered damage already, because I'm that nice.
So you want me to roll a D12? That's right.
Yeah, for the damage, the spells you can roll a D12 or is it D10?
Yes, it's 1d12.
Yeah. Okay, roll another. Oh gosh, that's a lot of damage.
Wow.
And that was not good.
12, alright. So this Durganburn is going to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, 13.
13.
Barely makes it.
Oh, he makes it.
13, that is. Fuck you, guard.
Alright, so if he makes it, he suffers nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you try to toll the dead, and as soon as the sound of jingling bells start to go around the air, he using the sword that he has, tries to reach in and tries to do a poke at you, and just to kind of get you back off. It doesn't linger his hand in too much or too long for you to be able to do anything like do a reverse or grab his hand or anything, but he just kind of pokes you, making you recoil a little bit, and he says, "I told you to cut that out. If I see you doing anything like that ever again, we're not even gonna take you to the forest, we're gonna execute you right here, right now."
Sorry, I didn't hear you quite well. What did you say?
I goddamn said that if you do that again, we're going to execute you right here and right goddamned now. Do you get that?
Yes.
Are you trying to toll the dead again?
Yes.
Okay.
Do we just need to roll initiative at this point?
I'm pretty sure we need to just roll initiative.
Falcon's just watching in amusement at this point.
Let me just see if they suffer any sort of. I mean, yeah, he suffers damage. I won't be nice this time. He'll just suffer the 2d8. He does suffer a little bit of damage, recoils a little bit in pain, like and as soon as he notices that something physical has happened to him, in response to you doing stuff, magical stuff, he's not too happy. He's going to try and start doing the killing to you, Gibrinus. Actually, let me open those doors because that allows you to see the battle. Yeah, I would like everyone to go ahead and roll for initiative.
Okay. I messed this up pretty badly, but let's go. Oh, 9.
And the guards, they go whenever. Okay. So they already have their swords unsheathed, and as soon as they realize like that guy is doing some nasty cleric shit, they're going to try and do something to him. But Colaris, you have a little bit of upper hand if there's anything you want to try and do.
Shoot, I don't see the keys, right? I don't see nothing.
Make another
Except-
perception check. Maybe you saw it when Falcon was pilfering it.
Stealing them.
Yeah, maybe you saw that time. Heck yeah, you did.
Wow. Yeah, he did.
It's
So
the usual.
you saw the key glimmering in the light and being pulled towards Falcon's cell. You have seen it.
I'm just gonna yell at him. You asshole! You stole my bit! Now get us out of here!
Why are you here?
I lost a bet, okay?
Again?
You know I'm no good at gambling.
Well, why don't you get your mommy and daddy to get you out of here then? Eh?
I didn't tell them.
Why?
You two are insufferable! Open the door!
Wow,
Oh, hi, Drac.
I was muted again. Sorry.
Hi,
So-
Doug. Welcome.
Thank you. So that's your turn, I'm afraid. The guard, he's trying. As soon as he sees that he suffers some sort of damage, he's trying to reach into his waist to get his key. But then when he does, he notices he doesn't have a key anymore, and then he starts looking around to see if anyone has his keys. That's the wrong check. Sorry.
Did I see him doing that? Do you want me to do a skill check?
Come again?
I don't know if Gambrino saw the other guy stealing the keys. You want me to try it?
Nah, you were distracted with these two guards blocking your view completely. It was kind of hard for you to be able to see it even. So
Okay.
the guard does not see that Falcon has the key. So as soon as he notices this, he says, "There's something wrong here. There's something wrong here," and he starts going back towards the entrance to fetch something. And then he kapoofs out of the room. Drake Daring, you're up.
Alright. I am already fed up with this. How sturdy? Like, how sturdy would this door, do you think? How sturdy does this thing look?
Oh, that looks like a 20 strength sturdy. 20 athletics strength sturdy.
It seems like something I could try to rip open.
Sure, do you want to spend your action doing that?
I definitely do.
Okay, go for it.
You bastard.
So close. So close.
So you... As soon as you see that commotion is going down and things are happening, you grab the bars with your big mittens and you start trying to shake and budge them, but they just don't. You notice that you're still kind of a little bit woozy from your time traveling shenanigans, and it will take a little bit of time for your senses to come back and for you to be able to do something. Are you doing anything else?
I'm just gonna keep trying to rip this door off.
Okay.
That's my whole life now.
Gambrinus.
I am just laughing because of what I did to the guards, even if it didn't work quite well.
Okay, so you're doing nothing for your turn.
Yeah, pretty much, because I don't know about the key.
Okay. Alright. Next up is the other guard. He is going to go ahead and, since he can't quite, reach you, he's just going to pick up his crossbow that he carries with him on duty. And
I forgot about that.
come again?
Never mind. I forgot about him. I could do intimidation, but never mind. I passed my turn.
He will try and hit you with his crossbow because he still doesn't like your face. And because he can multi-attack
He's human, right?
No, he's a dragonborn.
Really?
Yeah, the portrait is different, but he's a dragonborn. I don't have
Okay.
dragonborn guard portraits on hand.
Aw.
Okay.
So yeah, he's going to try and heavy crossbow you twice.
Like my life.
So that's a 17 to hit. You don't have armor, so that does hit, I imagine.
I know.
You suffer
Five.
5 points of piercing damage, and then he... wait, he can't shoot twice. Because the heavy crossbow takes an action to reload. Yeah, so he just shoots the once. That's his turn. Falcon, what are you doing?
You coward! There's no honor in that!
He doesn't mind, he's just reloading.
I know.
Falcon is just kind of sitting there watching this ridiculous display and think, well, he could probably handle this with some sense of diplomacy, but he thinks it'd be a lot more fun to unlock Draxel.
So you're going to get out of your cell and go into Draxel and unlock it.
I am distracting the guards, so I guess I can try to do
Yep.
that.
I'm gonna leave my door and I'm gonna walk over and I'm gonna unlock Drax's door.
You better stealth the hell out of that.
Yeah, you do that, Falcon. You get out of your cell, walk all the way over here, and unlock Drakdarin's door, and I'll consider that your bonus action if you have anything more creative you want to do with your turn.
Just gonna kind of look over at the guard next to me that's distracted and trying to fire crossbow bolts into a cell. And I'm gonna look around for like 1 moment or 2 seconds. And then I'm just gonna unlock Drax's cell and I'm gonna stand there.
Okay, you do that. You unlock
Okay.
Drakdarin's cell, and that's it.
Thanks, Falcon.
Yeah, we'll get out of here. Either they notice me and they don't, or they do notice me and they're in a lot of trouble. So, come on, get out.
Alright.
So, that's your turn. Next up is Colaris. You're still locked. Are you doing anything?
Can I see the key on Falcon?
He can reach it over to you if he wants to.
He wants to. Can I see it?
Yes, you can see it.
I'm gonna fucking mage hand it off of him.
Oh my god.
Fair enough.
Wizard battle.
Can you just is a mage hand a bonus action to you, right? Mage hand.
I know it's a cantrip.
It is a bonus. It is a.
Because if I recall correctly, your ability allows you to use it as a bonus action, perhaps.
If he has Trickster, then yeah, you can.
Yeah. In addition, you can use the bonus action granted by your cunning action to control the hand. So yeah, you can. So that's
There you
your bonus action to snatch the key from Falcon, pull it to you, and then your free action to unlock your own cell.
Wonder if he even noticed that freaking sleight of hand.
Sleepy.
He noticed, but he probably isn't going to respond until you step out of the cell.
So you still have movement in your action, Clarice. Are you doing anything?
Okay, at the very least, I'm gonna step outside.
Sure. Let me put you outside, because corner doors are kind of tricky.
Shoot, I should have done. Okay, I won't worry about it. I was gonna say, I should be familiar with their outfits, right?
Yes. Yes, you are.
Does the guard right next to me, is he too focused on our mysterious friend to notice that I'm out?
No. He does notice that people are... Well, that you have come out of your cell. And he also noticed Falcon. He was just reloading his crossbow, and the gates, they're kind of old and they creak when they open. So he has noticed you all. And it seems like he's preparing to release his crossbow to reach for his sword.
Like, I don't want to engage with... I don't want to engage. But I'm like... Okay, sir. You're going to be outnumbered. You might just want to stop.
Are you going to try and diplomacy the heck out of him?
Yeah.
Okay, make a persuasion check with disadvantage. Hold down Ctrl when you click persuasion to roll with disadvantage. Oh wow.
Wow.
That's what proficiency does.
Yep.
He looks at you, and this guard looks at you. He wasn't the one that was yelling. The one that was yelling is the other one. But this guard here, he was being pretty quiet up until now. And when he looks at you, he sees that, you know, he's sort of outnumbered, but also he's the only one that actually has weapons. But the only thing that you actually calls onto him is to recognize you as nobility, and you see there's his confidence falters a little bit in harming you specifically, Clarice, because you're a noble. He doesn't want to deal with the implications of that in case it comes down to him killing you. So you get the sense that he's not willing to hurt you until you really give him a reason to, but that's about it.
I'll take it.
Okay. So that's your turn. The other guard had run off to the corner. You all hear him shouting a little bit and asking two nearby guards to, you know, join the fray because they're attempting an escape.
Boy.
He picks up a key that's kind of just hanging off the outside wall, you know, a backup key in case, you know, this situation happens. And when he comes back into the room, he realizes that, oh no, they have escaped already. So he's going to go ahead and try to take down whoever he can. This other guard, however, has not been convinced to, you know, not fight you. So he's going to multi-attack with his long sword, which I believe... No, he has a great sword. Wow. Why did they give him these weapons? But he's going to go ahead and attack twice. Once against Falcon and once against Clarice. So Falcon. You suffer 11 points of damage. As he comes down with his greatsword onto you. And then, Clarice, he misses you.
Ha!
He tries to strike at you when you manage to dodge. Seeing as he strikes Falcon, you kind of just stick to the walls and takes you know, the cramped space advantage to make him miss you or risk hitting his friend, and then the guy kind of has to pull back his sword in a very kind of awkward move, because the only way he can actually hit you guys is with an upswing or downswing or a poke. He can kind of swing it around and about. And you use that to your advantage, and that all he does on his turn. Next up is Drekdaring. Your cell is open. What do you do?
I am going to squeeze out of the door, kind of stretch my shoulders, and just punch the first thing that's in front of me that isn't Falcon, or someone who is not behaving like an asshole.
Okay.
Which happens to be this guard, and I'm going to just start punching.
Fair enough. You
Which...
can go ahead and do that.
You imply Falcon isn't an asshole.
He is an asshole, but he's my asshole.
I think that was the implication.
I'm just gonna start. I'm just starting to swing. Are we gonna? Oh my goodness! All right, fine, fine.
Oh
Foundry.
yeah, and you never set up a hand attack, did you?
I do have an unarmed, but it didn't work.
Oh no.
I'll work on that in a little bit. Let's start with this. Plus, oh come on, Foundry. Plus strength, so +6.
Plus proficiency.
Plus proficiency, which is 3.
3.
So
13 misses.
13. Yeah, figured. Okay, attack number 2. Plus, does it care if there's gaps? Let's see. 11 plus 6 plus 3 is a 20.
That does it.
And with the Dragon Claws thing that I got, that damage is now a 1d6 plus my strength modifier. Which is gonna hurt.
Ooh, it does.
10 damage.
Yeah.
And then bonus action attack for unarmed.
Oh, look at you.
Look at me remembering what my class does.
Yeah, that hits.
For 12 damage.
Oh wow, that's maximum damage.
Oh yeah.
Someone's angry.
Don't put baby in a corner.
As you strike down at him, he yelps and yells in pain, and he is below half health.
Yeah, you know what? No, you know what? I'm mad. Action surge.
Okay, go for it. You don't get another bonus action, just so you know.
That's fine. I get 2 more punchies. That's what I'm here for.
That yelp was actually just Caleris, as this big, bulking dragonborn came out and punched the guard he was standing next to.
Oh, whoops. 22.
Whoopsie daisy.
Not
How
quite,
about 10 more damage.
not quite punching, and more so raking him with
Raking.
gigantic claws.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, that hits. Go for the mage.
10,
That's an
12,
8. Wow.
10, 8. 40 damage?
You are scary. He falls. He
That's
collapses.
a lot of damage.
He collapses and dies on the spot as you just, after raking him, catching him unawares, and you keep raking on him, you manage to finally, after many slashes, you cut off all the arteries and veins in his neck, and he just gushes blood everywhere and collapses on the floor, dropping his weapons and, well, everything that he has. He's dead. Congratulations, you killed a man.
I did it. Shake the blood off my hands and... Well, alright, are we getting out of prison? Is that what we're doing?
I thought you were punching.
Okay, look at my hands. I have claws now. This is not punch territory anymore.
I just kind of turn to the side and throw up a little.
Sure. Next up is Gambrinus. You hear yells coming from outside your cell, and also just a lot of conflicting noise, which ends with a crescendo of barf.
Okay. So there's still a few guards alive, right?
Yeah, there's one that you can see, and seems like there's reinforcement coming, but you can't quite see them.
Okay, so sorry, I am thinking so I have a racial trait. I can do a doubting roar. So I want to do that to see if I can frighten the guards?
Sure. Let me look that up real quick.
Good old being a lion man.
Says it's a bonus action and DC 13.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can try to frighten.
And do that. Just
Okay. The guard is going to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw. Wisdom. Yeah, he fails. He looks at you. Even though you're literally a caged lion, you're still very impressive and daunting. And as you reel back and roar, everyone can hear even the walls shaking a little bit, and he just kind of looks taken aback, and he looked like he was going to go for his crossbow, actually gonna drop his crossbow and go for his great sword, but he seems shaken as he does that. Are you doing anything else? You still have your action.
yeah. Well, that works. So tell the dad.
Okay. Another wisdom saving throw.
Because that's what I think he can do right now with no material components or anything.
It's alright. He makes it. He
Ah,
he doesn't take damage, but now he is frightened until the end of your next turn. Which means...
Okay, guys. So you have a frightened guard.
What in the world does frighten do? Let me consult the book.
Basically, just means they can't move towards the source of their fear.
Yeah,
I
and
feel right.
he has disadvantage on everything while you're
While
nearby.
he's in sight.
Yeah, and he can't go anywhere, so yeah.
Yep.
He has disadvantage.
Sucks to suck.
So this guard here, he's very frightened now, seeing one of his companions collapsing to the ground at the sound of a roar. He grabs his sword and his great sword, and he seems very conflicted on what to do next. And he looks at you, Colaris, and he thinks, I don't want to mess with nobility. So he turns towards Falcon and, quaking in his boots, literally, he tries to strike at you, Falcon. He is going to try with... gosh dang it, get out of here. With disadvantage. A 10 hits, unfortunately.
It sure does.
It doesn't, because I cast shield as a reaction.
Look at you! Using your reactions and shit.
Hey,
Hey.
So you bring up your hands, and a magic wall of force blocks this attack. And when he kind of goes and does a tunk on this invisible wall of force, he kind of recoils a little bit, but then tries to strike at you again, even more shaken than before. But by gosh dang, he's going to try and do his best to guard these cells. And he misses with an 8.
When your best just ain't good enough.
And that is his turn. Next up is one of the guards from the outside. He runs into the scene, and the first thing he sees is a dead companion and Drakdarin with bloody hands. And he looks up at you very like, and then he's going to try and poke you with a spear.
Hi. No.
He misses you. And then he tries to strike again. Also a miss. And that's his turn. Next up is Falcon.
okay, so I'm going to kind of approach the guard that's frightened and grab a fistful of whatever shirt he's wearing and point down to his dead friend. You just got very, very lucky on this day. Your friend just struck nobility. Now, if you don't want to be turned inside out, you're going to grab all your friends and tell them to release me for wrongfully setting me into this cell.
Cool, go ahead and make an intimidation check.
I'm also going to use Forceful Presence.
Hey.
Look at you.
Dun-dun-dun. And I don't remember how to roll with advantage.
Hold down shift.
Old shift.
It's shift. Okay.
So that's a nice song to come in, the hopeful song of the battle is turning. The guard, as you grab hold of his shirt and try to intimidate him by looking him dead in the eyes, even with your dead eyes, looking him dead in the eyes, and you can see that this other Dragonborn is just shaking and he's very afraid. And as you approach him, you can see that he's very young, albeit having a nightly training. He's very young, and he is like, "But, sir, if Lord Grodzida finds out about this, it'll be my head and my family's head. I can't let you go."
If you love your family as much as you do, then you will let us go. Because if anything happens to me, then it's not going to look good for your entire lineage. If you do play nice, I'll put in a good word for you. But when they see this blood, it's not going to be pretty. Now get me some cloves, and let me and my friends and whoever the hell is vomiting in that cell back there the hell out of here.
Sorry.
They're making a mess back there. It's disgusting.
I'm a time wizard. I can erase your lineage from existence. Wow.
I will annihilate your family.
Hold on, I'm just writing some things down here. Cause guess who needs a name now?
Yeah, this guy.
Sorry.
Look what you've done. You've gone and created an NPC we're gonna see later.
I'm used to it.
It's not a bad thing.
It's a
NPCs
great
are
thing,
fun.
in fact.
I just kind of spit next to Falcon's foot.
You want to try a little bit
So
closer?
I am a time wizard, so if you kill me now, I will not go back in time and screw your grandmother, because I am your grandfather.
It was
So
more,
you
it
need
was more of a It was more of a social status implication, but I like where all your minds are going.
I am actually your grandfather.
Okay, so this guy that is right in front of you, terrified out of his dirk damn mind, he nods his head and says, "All right, just please." And he lets go of his sword that falls down to the ground with a loud clink, and he raises his hands, pointing towards the other two, and he says, "Pent, Clark, lay down your weapons." And the other guards, you see that they have much more simpler clothing than this one here has, and it seems like he's their commander, and they all just nod and without actually understanding what's going on, and they let go of their weapons as well. And they kind of back away, making way for you guys to leave if you so desire. Or to do whatever it is that you want to do, actually. They just cleared the way.
Instinctively wipe my hands on what I would initially assume to be my armor, and then look down and I'm just wiping blood on my chest, and I'm like, oh.
That's
I
disgusting.
fall out of the jail and, hey guys, a little help here.
I thought it was a bloodbath, but that's ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
I'm
who the hell
sorry.
is this? Do you know this one?
No, I thought you did.
No, not in the slightest. But they'll make good cannon fodder if I need a decoy. Let me just open this lock up.
Okay, hold on. I have like
Huh?
55 questions. Get him out of that cell. And then you guards, hey, where is my shit? Where's all my stuff?
And they look up to the commander guard, and he says, "Well, you all had a lot of things. Some of them, well, most of what you had is in the laboratory. to be examined.
I think you would better take us there immediately.
Of course, there's a problem, though. The laboratory is off limits for the guards.
Well, you don't have to go in.
It's off limits for everyone, really.
Well, you see, there's a problem. My stuff is my stuff, not your stuff, not anyone's stuff. Mine. And I want it back.
He likes his stuff.
You best just take him there. You don't. We'll figure it out.
We can try and work something out. Just give us a moment.
Come up and lean on the doorway like you've got like 5 minutes before I start doing that again to somebody.
All right. Just hold on, please. You don't need to do anything harsh. Come on, Pent, Clark. Come on, follow me. And he starts ushering the other two away, that so they all can go and try and figure something out. And are you letting them go?
I'm going to... follow after them. Just a bit.
Okay.
I want to see if they're actually trying to be, doing what they should be, or if there's going to be more problems.
Alright, so...
We'll tag along.
Eventually you let Gimbrinus out of his cell, and all 4, 5, 6, 7 of you start making your way towards somewhere, apparently being led by their leader, who is a golden dragonborn by the name of Dozen. He starts to lead you off down the corridor to the left. And thusly, he then, he says, he turns to you all and says, please do keep it down. The laboratory is full of creatures. Try your best not to disturb them. Or
Right.
All I want is my equipment and an explanation. And I will be perfectly civil. But this has been anything but civil to begin with. So, let's work on that.
All right. So, they start to, they grab back one of the key rings that hasn't been tossed around. Actually, Colaris has one of the key rings with the keys to the cells, and apparently some other doors here on the dungeons of this castle. And the guard, he goes and opens up the doors to the north, this north corridor, pretty much, so to speak. And he starts going up that way and says, but please, keep it down. If we're found out, everyone in this castle will be onto us, and then Lord Grozina is gonna kill everyone, us all.
Well, I'm sure. Apparently, these two are nobility? Fucking, why didn't you ever tell me that?
Yeah, I do remember.
What do you mean you didn't remember?
What
Hey,
do you mean
Colaris.
you didn't remember?
Oh, right. Yeah, it's been a few days. Hi, how you been doing?
We should probably catch up after all this is said and done. I don't want to be standing around casually talking while mostly naked.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. I could probably use some clothing. What is up with the dress code violations here?
Well, we were just technically prisoners moments ago.
You are all wearing armor. We couldn't allow you to keep on like that.
I was wearing a robe. What does that constitute as armor?
You never know. Your robe was full of things and bat
Did you
poop and other components.
Did you find my jar of mayonnaise?
Yes, they found all that you were carrying.
Oh, thank God.
Eventually, he opens up this next set of doors and walks up the corridor.
God, it's a long corridor.
And as all of you walk up with him, there's 2 doors to the side, and this entire corridor is just stone walls all over, and they seem very dark and a little bit dank as well. Although dank already stands for dark. It lingers on you that you might be in some sort of, well, that you are clearly in the underground of a castle, seeing as there's no windows and no light sources anywhere, and the only light sources you get are from torches. It seems very, very poorly lit to your tastes.
Do I know whose castle we're in?
Yes, you know to be in the castle of Lord Grodzina. He's one of the many lords of the Sager host. This one is the one closest to the border, though, so it was less risky to come here rather than any of the other places. But you have never been to this part of the castle before, so all of this is sort of new. Eventually the guard, he stands in front of the door, and then he looks at you all and kind of makes a sign for all of you to do your best to hide or not look very suspicious. As he's like, I'm going to call them, and if they notice anything's wrong, it's over.
We'll be in and out like a flash. I promise.
All right, I'll try and talk to the head of the laboratory.
And
Go on.
can I just stand behind the dragon bars because everyone here is scaly and I am covered in fur and I am a lion. So like,
Yeah, you are definitely out of your element here. You're surrounded by Dragonborn. Nah,
so
I-
who's the tallest?
Me.
So I get behind you. No,
I'm
no.
gonna go up to the corner and be as quiet and stealthy as possible.
I'm going to try and not screw up because I'm huge.
and everyone just tries to do their best, and I would like everyone to go ahead and make a stealth check.
This is not going to work well. Hey, I don't have disadvantage for once
Lucky you.
because I'm not wearing
Like
my
you.
armor.
Oh, lucky you.
Let me go unequip my armor real quick so that it doesn't auto-roll that. There we go.
Oh, fantastic.
Wow. How did...
Bro.
Wait. Hold on. This is not right.
What, you having a +1 to stealth?
Me having a +1 and rolling the highest?
Let's see what
In the
Gambrina's
stealth
rolls.
check? Huh?
Fine, but my computer is not helping.
It's
This will be a
alright.
first.
Right. Damn.
I'm so bad at these. Yeah, the highest. Okay.
Yeah, that's a 4. Cool. Cool.
I have
The
+7.
Can't I just tell this guy to go in and get my spell book?
Yeah.
No, it's in the laboratory. He goes to the door and then knocks on it like, "Hello, Augustus. Augustus. Augustus." And then all of you hear some the noise of creatures unsettling inside. It would seem like There's nobody on the inside, but there are animals in there. Creatures that seem to be draconic in nature from the noise that they're making, and they don't seem to be people. They don't seem to be dragonborn. Eventually, the guard turns back to all 4 of you and says, I don't know what's happening. Augustus is not there. Maybe he's too busy examining the magical items you've brought back.
Well, then shall we go in?
Well, I don't have I don't have the key to the laboratory. It's off limits. We would have to.
Can I try my keyring?
Come again?
Can I try my keyring?
Sure. So, Calaris, you kind of push him aside, pick your key ring, and you go key through key, and every key you try to put them into the lock, and none of them seem to turn.
Figures.
None of the 12 keys in your key ring seems to open this door. And eventually the guard goes like, as I was saying, the laboratory is off limits. We can't go in there, only with the permission of the Lord or Augustus.
And I'm about 10 seconds away from tearing this door down unless someone tells me what actually is happening.
Well, if you want to be ravaged by whatever's inside there, I don't think I'd really recommend breaking down the door.
We can go around the castle. Try the upper entrance. Maybe over there we can get in through the laboratory on the upper floor. Maybe.
I can understand walking around the basement of a building with 4 naked people, basically, and seeing that is not weird. But if we go anywhere else, it's going to be extremely strange.
Okay, that depends. Which route is safer, through this door or through wherever you just said?
This door here.
Oh, perfect.
I imagine your equipment is on the other side of this door here.
Yes, you don't mind a little bit of a damaged lock, do you?
I would rather avoid that. If there's any signs of what just happened here now today, everyone will be punished. Lord Grazin is not let this going to go. I would rather we just go into this other door, and he points to this door on the other side of the hall, right next to you. We go into the kitchen, on basement, and then we go over there, climb the stairs to the ground floor of the kitchen. Then we cross the hall. Maybe there's no more party going on, and then we just cross it and enter the laboratory through the upper floor. Should be simple enough.
Well, I was going to ask, what kind of lock is on that door?
It's a common lock. There's nothing too fancy about it.
So, like a padlock?
No, an actual lock into the door.
Okay.
Did you say something, Gambrinus?
Oh, no. Never mind.
Okay.
Well, lead the way then.
All
I
right.
don't know who this lord is or where we are. I just want my things.
Oh, okay. Please. Just keep quiet.
Just a moment. You think it's easier to explain a dead body of one of your colleagues and is not easy to explain a broken lock to your superiors? Because there's a dead guy in that cell. And what's a broken door?
You don't have to remind me. I very much know that Padna is dead. But it's easier to hide one body than to hide a dead body, a broken door, and whatever else it is that you guys go and do.
Yeah, are you aware of how much value scientific research has over a simple life? They can throw that body into a lake for all they care.
Grim, but fair. Alright.
Was there anybody on the
Vigilante
other
is
side
done.
of the door?
Let's try to break this door, because if we go around the castle, it's so easier for us to get spotted, and then this guard is gonna get screwed up like us.
Well, to be fair, we don't want to wake up whatever's in there.
Listen, if I really wanted to get around that door, I could just teleport inside, but for the time being, I don't want to be in there with whatever could be getting riled up, so instead of making noise by busting the lock, let's just follow the guard.
Okay, let's follow the guard.
The guard kind of stands there waiting for you all to come to a decision.
I just gestured the door. The other door.
Okay. He then nods and says, alright, guys, Bent, Clark, please, make sure there's nobody in the kitchen. And then the other two guards nod, one of them kind of run up to him, pick the key ring off of him, go to the door, open it up. Apparently they do have a key to the kitchen door, or rather the underground portion of the kitchen. They open it up, and they get inside, and as soon as they get inside, you start to hear they just saying things like, inspection, inspection, please, everyone go around, please, leave, we need to clear up this area. And they start ushering everyone away. You don't get to see anyone in the kitchen per se, but it seems like there were people there, and eventually those people are no longer there. And then finally, they come back, fully open the door, and give a clear sign letting you know that it's finally okay to go inside. And then
I'm still gonna go in sneaky.
Sure, of course. Everyone make a stealth check.
You guys ready for the natural one?
Why did you say that?
Go figure, it's the rogue, right?
What was more meaning for me?
Anybody else want to point that out?
The giant fighter. I shouldn't be rolling at all very well.
Rogue's gonna rogue.
You have
Let's
a
go.
+7. Like,
So all of
I
you...
think I'm all stealthy. I'm just gonna.
all of you make your way inside, and you do see pretty much kitchen supplies, and it's dark, so you kind of stumble across some boxes on the entrance, Clarice. And as you do stumble upon one of those boxes, you kind of topple it over, and it goes to the ground. Luckily, there's nothing breakable in it, but you do end up splattering on the ground a lot of silverware. Forks and knives go flying everywhere. And they do make quite a noise. Well, not only forks and knives, but all sorts of cooking utensils. They just go all over the place as they fall on the floor, make quite a little bit of noise, and then you hear from upstairs one of the cooks saying, "Is everything alright down there? Do you need help, assistance?" And then the guards just one of them rushes to the stair. No, it's alright, you can go back. It's just rat extermination. And then the conversation seems to die out eventually, and nobody comes down to check on what's going on.
Well, that's not our equipment.
it's definitely not. Alright, where are we heading then? Up the stairs? Where are we going?
It's not upstairs. We would go around down here. Not?
Come again?
As far as I can see, there's one staircase in here, and it goes up.
Yeah. It's a staircase up. It's hard to tell, but it goes up.
So just staircase. So nothing here. Oh yeah, nothing there.
Yeah, I would like everyone to go ahead and also make an intelligence check.
I'm so good at these.
Yeah,
Where are
Same.
these rolls normally?
Ooh.
I have a +0 on this. Like,
I've been here a week. I can't think straight.
I just fell through a time portal.
Trek you, as you're going through, thinking of being stealthy, you recall a friend of yours. A certain tiger folk who's been with you for during many journeys and adventures and many travels. And you remember all those things this tiger folk could do, the way he could stealth around and blend in with the shadows. And you miss that ability right now, being able to blend in with the shadows. Unfortunately, none of you can do anything like that. And then you start to reminisce a little bit more about all the other things that this tiger folk friend of yours could do. And you remember that he was good at picking locks as well. More so than that, you do remember that he did end up practicing picking locks without having a pick lock. And you think back to that.
Who else has claws? I just had an idea.
Literally everyone.
Literally all of us. Good.
even
Well,
me.
Falcon's down one, but
What happened to the one?
we'll talk about that later. Kind of the reason that we're in this. Have you ever tried picking a lock without using a lockpick before?
Well, of course, I've been stuck like this many times.
But then what about that door back there? I mean, if you could pick the lock, we could just avoid walking around this castle naked.
I could try.
Just don't knock over any boxes of forks on the way.
Just stick my tongue out at him.
You do, however, Clarice, at this mention, you do think that maybe some of those forks and other utensils could be fashioned into makeshift lockpicks. They're not perfect tools, but it's better than anything. It's better than nothing, rather.
I look at the guard who's been leading us around and go, in the spirit of trying to do alternate methods, I've had an idea. Would you entertain it?
The guard looks at you very wary, almost as you can almost see fear in his face, and he kind of nods, says, "Oh, what do you have in mind?"
It does not involve killing anyone, if that's what you're thinking. We're just going to try and maybe pick the door instead of walking around in plain sight. We can use that as the last possible option. But I think he probably might be able to do it. If not, then well, we'll go up the stairs. But it's merely an idea.
I'm just sifting through the forks and the knives, just two in my own head to really communicate.
Okay, you go through all the forks and the knives, seeing what's the best tools in here that you could use to fashion a lockpick. Go ahead and make an investigation check. And the guard nods to you, Drectarian, thinking, "All right, I hope that works. If it does,
Well, if it's
Where's
just a simple lock.
investigation?
yeah, you should have investigation as a skill." There you go. Alright, you do manage to find some very good... This is quality silverware, and a lot of those things are very good, and it kind of pains you a little bit that you kind of have to bend some of these utensils around a little bit to fashion them into something a little bit more usable, but eventually you kind of come up with your own makeshift lockpicks, and you think to yourself, this is good work. And then...
Ow! Are you okay?
Sorry.
No,
I unmuted my mic and I slipped and slapped my head on the mic. I'm good. I'm sorry. Oh my god.
Oh, Stacy.
Wow.
And then the
Well-
guard leads you all back into the corridor, or rather, is led by Calaris and Drakdarian back into the corridor, as Calaris, now having fashioned a lockpick, out of forks and spoons and other such things, cooking utensils.
I left for
Oh yeah,
how
you
long?
missed a few things.
Okay, alright.
You start to look into this locked door here, utensils in hand, and think to yourself, "This is it. Let's give it a try." Thankfully, you managed to fashion good lockpicks, so I'm not going to give you disadvantage on rolling with improper tools. So you can go ahead and make a lockpicking check.
Oh boy, what category is that one under?
Boy, I don't know.
Dexterity usually.
It usually is in dexterity, but I believe you have a thieves tool on your inventory, and you can roll straight from that. I believe you can do that.
Oh, does Foundry let you do that?
Mm-hmm.
What? That's so cool.
Foundry is
Needed.
delicious.
Foundry?
Yeah, the only problem is that I imported a lot of stuff, and it didn't. It kind of crapped the pictures.
Yeah, that's okay.
My luck stone.
It crapped the pictures, but not the rolls. Calaris, you managed to very deftly sneak a very disfigured fork and a whisk into the door, into the lock hole, and kind of spend a little bit of time turning things around there, just kind of trying to find the tumblers and everything you need, and then eventually you make a click and pull open the door, which opens with incredible ease. It seems like it's constantly and frequently lubricated to not make noise. And it opens into a room full of more things.
Much
Bending the
better
prongs
than
on these
Walker.
valuable silver forks was like bending the arteries of my own heart.
Oh, well, if I had a tiny violin, I would play it for you.
And when you open the door, you do see some draconic-looking creatures laying down on the ground. They do seem to be sleeping, and also to be guarding a lot of tables with stuff. They're not there in the map, but believe me, there's tables all over the place. And flasks and glasses and tubes and beakers and fires, and there's imagine the most complete alchemy laboratory ever to be seen in the world. And on the top floor you can even hear the bubbling and the buzzing of electricity coming from arcane tools. But that's all in your guys' imaginations, so please do it justice.
All right, Mr. Tall, Dark, and Visceral. Think you could do twinkle toes again?
I can certainly attempt it. Take a look in there. Make sure there's no forks or boxes of things.
Ha. Yeah. I'm going to take one stealthy step inside.
Okay, those of you who are going into the room, make a stealth check. And feel free to go into the room.
I have to, because I don't think anyone else can carry my armor.
Oh, why am I so bad at this?
Why
Yes.
indeed?
Charm. There's the low roll.
Feeling good about myself today.
Are you going to the room, Drakdari?
I really shouldn't. I just wanted to see if I was going to roll really good. No, I'll sit out here. I'll be smart. I really shouldn't.
You already
I am
rolled.
I am like sticking my head in the door to like look around though. You can take that 9 stealth for whatever you will for me being in the first square of this room.
You have already rolled, unfortunately. So I'm going
Yeah.
I'm going to give them a chance.
Oh, 10. No.
Should have just let the dragon dudes do it. Da-da-da-da-da-dum.
But I'm in that category.
Yeah, but you're too big.
Oh.
Falcon and Calaris, the two of you are able to sneak into the room. Eventually, you do find that there's plenty of chests around and about. Some of which seems to kind of sort of draw you, and you can't help but to go over to them, to these specific chests. And lo and behold, you do find most of your stuff in there. Whatever you don't find in there, that is some of your magical belongings, you do find in other places. There's a few tables strewn about and around and about. And some of your magical things are in those tables. So Calaris and Falcon, the two of you, are able to move all the way back to the inside of the room and pick out your things. You pick out all of your weapons and your equipment. You even put on Calaris, you put on your armor. Falcon, you put on your robe, get your material components, and all of your things. Calaris, the only thing you do not find is your rapier.
God damn it, where'd they put it?
And you know why you haven't found it here. It is a family heirloom, and any lord worth his salt would display any enemy heirlooms conquered from other families into some sort of trophy room or something.
Oh, he didn't. He did.
And that's why you imagine it might not be here. And as soon as the two of you put on your things, you feel confident. And soon enough, seeing as the dragons sleeping around and about don't seem to stir at all, Drakdaring and Gambrinus start to feel brave enough to wade into the room to try and get their own things. And Gambrinus, you very gently start to stalk into the room to try and reach towards your things. And Drakdaring, as soon as you try to get inside, the door, is very small, and you've started fearing doors more and more with every passing day, and this one is much too small for your size, and you try to squeak through, and it's very hard, and you sort of kind of get stuck here and there at some moments, and Gambrinus actually has to stop going to help push you, and actually pull you. And when you finally manage to make it across the door frame being pulled, both of you, with a big pull, you lose your balance and kind of tumble forwards a little bit and crash into a table, making some, magic stuff go on the ground. Some vials break and make a very sparkly poof.
Oops.
That doesn't seem to do anything too bad, except corrode a little bit of the ground. But also, it does wake up the sleeping animals that have been inside the room. And as soon as they wake up, they look around and immediately see 4 intruders.
That's a problem.
Are you guys doing any split-second decision?
Yes, I am going to waltz over to my friend and grab his hands.
And?
Oh, typically we do dinner before this.
Dimension door! Wait. Yep.
It rolls in case of teleport into a wall, don't worry.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, wait a minute, I didn't think that was a damage spell.
I was very confused for a second too. I was like, wait a second. In case you teleport into a wall. That's funny.
True.
Yeah,
That's
read the last paragraph, it'll come clear.
Yeah.
But sure, where are you teleporting yourself towards?
Teleporting ourselves back into the hall.
Okay. Sure.
I'm gonna grab all my stuff and hopefully run.
I want to say like a pickup line in Elvish that nobody else would be able to understand or hear.
Hey,
just
guess
because,
who knows Elvish?
right? Just because you ran and then cast a spell, I'm going to ask you to roll for initiative, because that's a lot.
Jan.
In fact, everyone can go ahead and roll for initiative. Why don't you? See where we stand in this cruel world.
Being big slow man.
Let's see if you manage to go before them. No, there's one creature that manages to go before you do.
Oh no.
So unfortunately you don't manage to get your dimension door off in time, but you might be able to. But unfortunately, it's time for some combat. Thankfully for you, Falcon, the creature that goes first did not notice you first. Noticed Drakdaring and Gambrinus clambering into the room, so it's going to rush towards them.
Huh.
So you see this draconic-looking creature, four-legged, getting up from its sleep, snarling and dashing towards Drakdaring, ready to do some shenanigans. And it rushes over there and then tries to bite at you, Drakdaring. 18 hits. And then slaps its tail towards you, and then 11 does hit. Because I believe your armor class is 11 without armor. Good. Now, Falcon, you can
Ouch.
teleport.
All right. I grab my buddy's hand, do a little song and dance, and bam! Let's get the hell out of here. Dimension door.
Cool, but
Okay,
before you do, what elvish thing do you say?
Wanna not get telefragged together?
And with that, poof, the two of you go through a orange portal and come out on the other side of this of the wall on the hallway, in front of a bunch of alarmed guards that by now have become buddies with you all. So that's your turn. Next up, Colaris, what are you doing?
You.
By the way, you
Okay.
have all of your equipment now.
Yep. So if I move here, I can see the Drake, right?
Yep.
Can I try to put it to sleep?
Sure.
I want to cast sleep at second level, I think.
Are you sure?
You sick?
Is it that you have to exceed their HP with it?
Yes.
I think that's it. So yeah, I'd want to do second level.
Alright. Go for it.
I have no idea how to access spells on Founder.
In your character sheet, there's a spell book. Oh, you didn't put spells in there. It's alright. Just today you can roll from D&D Beyond. It'll work.
Alright, yeah. I was going to ask about that, but...
We
Okay, let me
attached them.
see.
I told you guys to do your character sheets.
How do I roll on D&D Beyond?
In D&D Beyond, there should be a cast button, and I believe if you press the cast button, it'll consume a spell slot and then it'll send it to Foundry. I believe. Not sure.
I clicked it and it did nothing.
Didn't tick one of the little squares?
It ticked a square, it didn't roll anything.
Oh no. Wait, it didn't tick anything for me. Weird.
If you want, I could just upload the spell to my book, cast it, and just use your modifier.
Nah, it's alright. I'll add the spell for you real quick. I can do imports. So, sleep, right?
Right.
Okay, cool. Just so you know, you can aim the spell if you want, but it's not gonna do anything in this circumstance, unfortunately. Aiming, it just will avoid making that so you put Gambrinus to sleep, for example, or Drakdaring. But in any case, it's on your spellbook now. On Foundry.
Okay, how do I use that at a second level?
You click into the spell to expand it, and then there's a roll on the bottom, I believe.
Got it.
Woo! There's a lot of dice.
Hold on.
78.
Is that it? 5d8 plus 2d8 per level, so those 7d8 rolled a total of 28. Mark off a second level spell slot, and unfortunately the guard dog draconic thing is still awake.
Well, you know they have more health than that.
Yeah, you know that it has more than 28 hit points. That's your action, I believe.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything else, or is that your turn?
That'll be my turn.
Okay. Another thing I forgot to tell you guys, whenever you're done with your turn, call it. That's so I know to go ahead. Gambrinus. You still don't have your equipment, Gambrinus, but it's your turn. Yeah, you don't have any of your your equipment.
You are muted if you do not know.
Manolo?
Gambrinus?
Hello?
Sorry, I muted myself.
Hey, it's your
So,
turn.
yeah, I know. I kind of went through what I would do, but I was muted, so you guys didn't hear. So, because it's just a vocal spell, I try to cast Guardian of Faith. I don't know how to do that.
Oh boy, that's a beefy spell, I believe.
Yes. But the only thing I can do right now without my equipment, so I try to do that. Summon something to protect us.
Okay, let me read up what Guardian of Fate does, because I completely forgot. There we go.
What shape is your guardian?
It's a bigger version of myself.
There you go.
Any creature or hostile to you that moves through a space within 10 feet of the Guardian for the first time on a turn must succeed on a dex saving throw, otherwise take 20 radiant damage. Or half as much on a successful save. The Guardian vanishes when it has dealt a total of 60 points of damage. Cool.
I will try to move. Okay, em português. Douglas, como eu digo fazer passo de ajuste?
Não tem passo de ajuste nessa edição.
Oh, okay.
The thing would be you would use your action to disengage, and then you can move without taking attacks of opportunity. You can't 5 feet step on this edition.
So can I do a disengage and take a step back?
No, because you
After
already use
spell?
your spell was an action to cast.
Okay, so that's that.
Okay, where do you cast your guardian? You can click.
Right the fucking here.
Okay, let me put in a thingy there.
Thingy.
Yes, it's
No, here.
Okay, it's 10 Fitterinos. The first time a creature moves there, it's going to take a bazinga to the face.
Mhm.
Although this one here that has already moved into that area is not going to take the bazinga.
I know. But it's the best I can do, I guess.
Okay. Is that it for your turn?
Yes.
Okay, now it's
Oh no, I curse them in Lionin. Come at me, your fuckers.
they don't understand it at all.
I know, but I do, and that matters.
Aw,
Aw. It's the thought that counts.
so sweet. This boy here is too far away, so it's going to rush towards you. And by rushing, it forfeits its action.
Oh, there's 4 of them.
Yeah, there are.
Ah, I saw only the ones on top.
Yeah, same. And then I counted the ones in the combat list and started crying a little bit.
There's 4.
I was too lazy to hurt it.
It's a big room. However, it does make a Dex saving throw, which it succeeds because your DC is 13. So it suffers only 10 points of damage, and is all right. I mean, it's not all right. It's bad, but
It's
sure.
fine.
Sure.
Fine, it's bleeding, it's lost an ear, but it's fine.
And that's all you can do because it used a turn to dash towards you. Drekdari, you're up.
Cool. Where is my things in comparison to my current position? Is it just scattered around? Is there like, oh hey, my bag of holding and
Roll 3d20.
oh boy, here we go.
It's 32 feet away from you.
Oh man.
I'll round it down to 30 because, you know, we're moving in multiples of 5.
Yeah. Okay. I would like to take my movement to go to my stuff and get it, regardless of the attack of opportunity.
Sure, I'll say that it's here.
You're a mean man, Doug, but I'll take it.
Okay, so you rush over there, going around the boys, and you do suffer 2 attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, because I'm guessing it's gonna take an action for me to get my things. So.
No, well, depends on the thing that you're getting.
I mean, I have to get my armor, my bag, my axe.
Well, you know very well that equipping armor takes 5
armor,
minutes.
yeah. I need a weapon, man.
Oh, you poor thing. It's going to bite you first and foremost.
That's fine.
16 hits for 11 points of
Yeah, sure
damage.
does. Ouch.
And the other one is going to go ahead and do the same. It's going to go ahead and bite. But it has pack tactics, so it does that with advantage. Finally, I get to use pack tactics against you guys.
After our person with pack tactics isn't here.
3 points of damage after it hits you with an 18.
It's fine. I'm the tank. I got this.
At nearly half health.
I got this. It's fine.
So you rush over there, and you have a free action to pick up one weapon or thing. What thing are you getting?
I will get my great axe.
Sure.
My huge freaking silvered great axe.
Good. Go for it. You pick it up. It's in your possession now.
And
You still have your action.
yeah, they're lined up enough. Lightning breath.
Oh, okay.
Because I can't move back there and then attack them.
Okay.
I can do, man.
They make a dex save, right?
They sure do.
Mm-hmm. So that boy rolls a natural 20, suffers half damage. The other boy rolls a 17, which makes it, I believe.
8 plus con plus proficiency. 8 plus 4 plus 3 does. And then that's
17, I am sure, is more than enough to beat your DC.
it is. Yeah.
If it was 15, I would be iffy, but I'm sure he beats it.
It rolled so bad. Wait, that's supposed to be 5d6. Oh, why didn't you roll 5d6 then, thing? Yeah, it only rolled 46. What a butthead. Okay, 11.
Okay, 11. Is that the small breath weapon or the big boy breath
That's the
weapon?
big boy breath weapon.
Oh, okay. The first boy saves, so he takes only 5 points of damage. The other also saves, so he takes 5 points of damage, reduced to 2 because he's resistant to lightning.
Yeah, I kind of figured. That's all I got, though.
And
So that's my turn.
that's it. Now it's them. The other one will rush towards you. It will have to dash to reach you, so it can't attack. But it's on your tail right now.
Mm.
And that's all it does. The other one is seeing the whatever it is that is near Gambrinus is going to not go over there and then dash towards you, Track Daddy. And attack. With pack tactics.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Thing.
That hits for 8 points of damage.
Why doesn't it have the plus minus? Oh, because I don't have my token selected, that's why. Yes.
How are you
Ouch.
doing?
I've been better.
Okay. Just saying,
So,
because
like,
I can't see you.
I'm like less than 50%. It's fine.
Yeah, by the way,
Got it.
Drakdari is bloodied. He is below half
Mhm.
health.
Yeah.
And that's it. Next round is the first draconic combatant. It turns towards you, Gambrinus, since you're right there. And it's going to go ahead and attack you. Twice.
Poor little me.
Once with a bite and once with a tail attack. The bite hits for 8 points of damage. The tail hits as well for 7 points of damage. And that's all it does. I forgot you're not tracking your health through Foundry, are you? Gambrinus? Oh, there you go.
I am tracking my health through here. I just take a little time until a while.
Oh, okay. Just so I know, because I don't want to keep attacking you when you have no health whatsoever.
What?
Yeah, that's the bad of me seeing the health bars. But anyway, Falcon, you're up. What are you doing? Even though you have no vision whatsoever of what's going on.
I can see one of the dragons, actually. It's like very slightly.
Ooh, lucky you.
It's
What are you
this one right
doing?
here. What am I doing? We should probably save them. Killers, who is out taking a biobake right now, actually. Okay, I'm talking to myself. Anyways, let me open up my magical bag of wonders. Hello, person that I was just talking to myself about. Let's see. What do I have available? What do I have?
A little
Just
help will be appreciated.
I'll just test the waters with. Oh boy, I have vision of 2 of them. Okay, so let's see. What do I have right here? It's a magical spell, and everyone's going straight to hell.
Why are you overthinking your fireball?
Am I what? I'm sorry. Are you accusing me of casting fireball?
You're gonna cast Fireball. It's obvious.
He's going to cast Fireball.
Try.
Listen.
Yeah?
No, but seriously, what are you doing?
Listen. I have like 3 attacks.
And one of them's Fireball.
What do you think I'm
Fireball.
gonna cast?
Cast your Fireball!
Okay, let me just. Anyways, I definitely kept everyone guessing by casting Fireball. So let me just let me do a little math here, because that's like what I've got to do. That's fucking Fireball.
How big's Fireball?
Oh, I gotta do some geometry. Okay, grab a ruler.
Wait a second. Are you screen sheeting?
What? No, I'm using my thing right here. Well, now I can see the whole room for some reason.
Yeah, it did reveal the whole room. I don't know why.
When you have your character selected, you can only see what your character can see.
Yeah, I can only see in a cone, so I can see the tip of this drake right here and this one right here. I don't know what's going on. Well, now I know what's going on in the bottom of the map.
I see. Oh, never mind then.
Why do I have vision?
I
Where's my ruler
believe
at?
I believe characters share vision with one another because that's how I set it up, unknowingly.
Oh.
Oh. So now I can see what everyone else is seeing.
Unless you clicked on yourself. Oh, that's what that is. I see.
Well, lucky you. It looks like I'm not going to directly smite. Oh, this is going to hit anybody no matter what.
I was gonna say, you're gonna shoot a fireball into here?
Oh, that's kind of big.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, like I said, the room is not empty. There's
It is full of stuff.
there's furniture and magic stuff all over the place.
Nobody
Please
said
don't
I
set all
had
of our
good
things on
decisions.
fire.
Yeah, okay. Let me just figure out how to get rid of. Oh fuck.
You've made 2.
Hold
Look what
on.
you've done.
Listen.
There's circles everywhere.
Just hover over and
surrounded.
press delete with the measuring tool selected. But anyway, what are you doing, Falcon?
I cast magic missile at the darkness, and I'm gonna make it a 2nd level spell.
By darkness, you mean?
I'm sorry. That's a very
Obscure.
joke. Listen.
I got that reference.
Hey! Question. Which one have you two been bludgeoning the most?
None. They haven't been hit.
This
Well,
one
no,
hit.
that one got hit. That one got hit.
Great. I guess I'll cast a 3rd level magic missile. And I'm gonna attack that boy.
Okay,
Holy gee.
5 magic missiles go into the room. All of them target this one poor creature. You deal more damage than it has health. It dies.
Well then.
By the way, it dies on the 2nd missile.
Oh no. What a waste of missiles.
Listen.
And the other 3 missiles
Well, he did
just...
say he was attacking the darkness.
Yeah, the other 3 missiles just bludgeon a dead body. But thankfully, you are saving your new friend from, you know, being raked and chewed on.
I have no idea who this person is. Absolutely no idea.
So,
Anyways.
what else are you doing?
Right. Turns and stuff. That's the chief.
Okay, the guards they're not doing anything. They're just kind of there, ready for action, but they're not actually partaking in the combat. Calaris, what are you doing?
Well, I can't even remember what my movement is, but I'm pretty sure I can move here or
You have 30
move
feet
next.
of movement.
move next to the living Drake next to Gambrian.
Sure. By the way, if you're flanking, you get a bonus to attack rolls.
Yep.
Melee attack rolls, that is.
I can't move in for some reason.
Really? What about
Try
now?
moving straight through the door and then... Doors are weird and found.
Yeah.
Oh, straight through the door. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, yeah. So I should get the sneak attack on that.
Mm-hmm. Because, I believe you get advantage from something, don't you?
I think that's.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
once the turn.
never mind. You don't get advantage, but you do get your sneak attack because it's adjacent. And confusing
Yeah.
rules. Sure.
So do that. Rapier's a finesse weapon, right?
You don't have your rapier.
Not that one. Okay, dagger then.
Dagger is a finesse weapon, yeah.
So dagger with a sneak attack.
Roll that 20. Do it. Kill him, please.
So 14 plus 2 is a 16, which hits for 8 points of damage. Cool. You can go ahead and roll your sneak attack damage.
See if I don't have. Oh, there it is.
Plus 11. Alright. So that is your action. What else are you doing?
Do I have another attack or
You can
am I
use
done?
your bonus action to attack with your offhand dagger.
I'll do that one. Is just dagger again.
Yep, dagger again. 13 plus 2 is 15 hits. For not 6 points of damage, it's only 2. Because you don't You don't apply your modifier to offhand attacks.
Offhand.
So 2 points of damage. Not a whole lot, but it's something. And that's it, I imagine.
Yep, that's my turn.
Okay. Next up is Gambrinus.
This is my time to shine, I guess.
Go for it.
Okay, this is gonna be tricky. Action. Where are my spells? Okay, all my spell list kinda is gone. So, oh no. Plus, my spell list vanished from.
From Foundry.
Yes.
I can see it. Try refreshing your page.
No, if you can see, you can do it for me.
Sure.
Okay, so I wanna cast. Let me give you the precise name. I wanna cast Prayer of Healing using a third level spell slot.
Okay. Prayer. Wait a second. Prayer of Healing is 10 minutes cast. You can't cast it during battle.
Fuck my life.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. So. Yeah, I guess I can do it.
You can cast Guiding Bolt.
What?
Guiding Bolt is a cool attack spell. There's also Inflict Wounds. If you have them prepared, that is. I don't know if you have them prepared.
No, I don't. I will use Healing Word because it's a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
It's just vocal, so that's that. It's 1d4 healing plus my spell casting, and not on myself, but on my little friend over here.
Okay. So you're healing Direct Daring with Healing Word. Which level are you casting it on?
It can be on the third level spell slot.
Okay, third level Healing Word.
Yes. Because of Disciple of Life, he will be healed a little more. Come on. It sucks to try to explain this thing in English because it's already hard to think in Portuguese.
I
And
know.
then just,
Direct Daring, you heal 10 hit points, and Gambrinus. Let me work it out through with you.
yeah, because of Disciple of Life.
Yeah, so you regain plus 5 hit points, so that's plus 5 to the 10, so that's 15.
Yes. And there's also. Where's the Blessed Healer feature? Oh, there's something missing here.
Oh yeah, you also regain hit points equal to 2 plus the spell level, so you also regain 5 hit points.
Yes.
Alright.
He gains extra and I get some. So 5 for me.
Mhm.
So that's that.
You still have your action. You can't cast spells with it anymore unless it's a cantrip.
Yeah, I know, but I can do a disengage, right?
Yes, you can. You can disengage using your action and then moving.
I will do a disengage.
Okay. You can move up to 30 feet.
Oh, so let's go down. Oh, down here is good.
Alright.
Just next to my guardian.
Alright. And that's your turn. So, Drakdarin, you healed up 15 hit points. You healed 5 Gambrinus. And next up is Drakdarin.
Okay. Well, running, bad idea. But I really want to draw them into that thing. I think I have to do it. I think I have to start hitting because these guys do hurt. Yeah, screw it. Let's just start hitting with the axe.
Oh boy.
Great axe swing on this one here.
Go for it. That hits.
18. Wonderful. I rolled an 8. Great.
A super hit.
And again, a 25.
That does not hit, it kills instead.
Yeah. Touching.
Well, dang.
Show off.
And you know what? Is that a... Oh no, where'd it go? Oh no.
You can't action surge again.
No, I was just looking at second wind. Calm down.
I know.
I'm gonna use second wind.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another 10 health to me. And that's my turn.
Cool. Now it's the boy down here. It's going to go ahead and make 2 attacks against you. First with a bite, then with a tail. So direct daring, you suffer 8 points of damage, and that's it. It misses the second attack completely. Now is the other one that is going to attack Calaris, since the other target ran off.
Good right.
It's not chasing me.
No, it wasn't chasing you. It was attacking you because you were there, but then it was attacked from behind by this Dragonborn. So it's going to retaliate by biting. So 13 misses, I believe. Because you managed to put on your armor now. Sorry, I did not mean to roll again. With your armor, your AC is 15, I believe, so yeah, that misses. With the tail... Oh, that misses as well. Lucky you. It tries to attack you twice, it misses both time, Calaris. And then it just kinda stays there, kinda sort of pinning you against the wall. For now. Next up is Falcon.
Oh no, not pinned.
Wizard boy.
Oh, I didn't realize I was muted. Let's see. God, all my spells have collateral damage.
Those are the best spells, man. Avocation for life.
Yeah, right? I guess I'm going to step my ass over here
Hold
and
on.
get a good...
Hold up. If you
What's hold
walk
up?
if you walk in through here and try to move that way, you're gonna take an attack of opportunity.
He's engaged with me?
You will engage with him if you walk in here. He can attack diagonally.
Uh-huh. Okay,
You're the one entering into his area of his threat area.
Well then, in that case, I magic missile again.
Okay, go for it.
Jan. Second level this time.
This guy here?
Yep.
Okay, 16 points of damage. Not enough to kill him, but he is below half health. As 4 magic missiles just blast into him.
Well, that is the end of my turn. No, wait! No, it's not!
Hold up.
I done. What are you doing? What?
What are you doing?
Moving away.
Wow.
I know my health can't take it.
So paranoid. Okay, Calaris, you're up.
D6 hit die, dog!
Oh, this is unfortunate. I'm just gonna have to double dagger and hope I can kill it. I don't even get the freaking
You don't
sneak
get
attack.
you don't
There's
get
no one
s-
flanking it.
Yeah, you don't get the sneak and you don't get the flank bonus anymore. 7 points of damage. Nice. That definitely
And
hits.
then one more time.
Go for it. Ooh, 11. That's gonna miss, unfortunately.
Oh no.
But if it had hit, it would have been so great. Are you
Yeah,
doing...
in my turn.
Okay. Gambrinus. You just saw a dragon, a black dragonborn running down the corridor on the outside. Alright, what are you doing to this guy? You're muted, or I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry, I was cursed again. So, can I try an intimidation check on this guy?
It's not a humanoid, so no.
Oh. Okay, so...
It's a draconic beast, so to speak.
Oh yeah, D&D and stuff, and... So, that leaves me to Toadadad. If I can make this work.
On that one there? Okay, he is going to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw. Oh wow. It's not very wise. And thus, once you spread your palms towards this creature and you summon forth this sound of bells echoing through the halls that only you and this creature can hear. The sound of these bells ringing starts to grow louder and louder, invading this creature's head, and starts to just shudder and shake violently. And then, Calaris, you see this creature in front of you just shaking, and then it starts bleeding out of its nose, its eyes, and its ears, and then it just collapses to the ground, deaded. And that's one more enemy down. Are you doing anything else, Gambrinus?
Wondering why the corpses vanish when we kill them.
Just to eliminate clutter on the map.
I know, I am mocking you.
Gosh, dang it. Alright, that's it for your turn then.
So what?
Direct Daring, what are you doing?
The only thing I can do. Ask some more questions.
Oh no, you sound bored.
No, it's just I'm a fighter.
I take some mental damage from that pun.
That's not gonna be the first time.
That hits on
Glad
this
that
damage.
got lost in translation.
Yeah, it does. Surely
Can I
does.
just like quote that and put that on a wall? You sound bored. No, I'm a fighter.
I'm a fighter.
It is
How
indeed
about
a D&D meme.
So-
Like a dad
Voice
joke
damage.
inside.
that's my entire comedy selection. That's all I can do.
Are you doing anything else?
If it's not dead, then
It isn't.
actually, is this a bonus action? Where is it? Why is it not in my features list? What is happening? Here it is. As an action. No, okay. That's my turn then.
Okay, cool. The creature that has been attacked is very focused on you. It realizes that it's hurting, but it does not realize that all of its kin has been slain, so it's going to keep attacking you, because why not? Why wouldn't it? So it attacks with a 15, which hits 4 points of damage, and then a tail swipe for 6 points of damage. Not enough to kill you, but it's doing it is doing its darndest to take you down.
Gonna have to hit harder than that.
And that's it for them. Next up is Falcon.
Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Damn, if I were to attack, I would only hit Drac.
I can take it.
I would hit
I'm
drag.
here.
I didn't hear no.
Gee, I wonder what spell. Hey, Drac, have you hit that one already?
Plenty.
Okay, magic missile. It's my only careful spell.
Oh boy. At what level you're casting?
Just first level this time.
Ooh, someone's being economical today. 12 points of damage. Sure. It hits the creature, deals a sizable amount of damage, but it's still up.
Bap, bap, bap. Bap.
Yeah.
Alright,
Last one
I-
delayed
I-
for dramatic effect.
yeah, exactly. I end my turn, I suppose, and just kind of stare at my one trimmed claw.
Calaris.
I'm just like, you're going to need to tell me about that.
Maybe.
And then I need to do some measuring.
You can hold down Control, then click and drag to measure things.
Well, how do you do that?
Whoa.
Oh, what do you know? I can make that. Okay. And this would count as flanking, so I would get the.
This is not flanking. Our
You'd
version
have
of
to be
flanking.
here.
Yeah, you're not flanking, but you do get sneak attack.
Oh yeah, sneak attack. What is the flanking bonus?
Plus
The
2 for this.
the
group.
flanking bonus is if there's one creature on opposite sides of an enemy, you grant a +2 on attack rolls.
Okay,
Like,
that's
for
what that
you,
was.
someone must be here.
Yeah.
No, you would have to be actually over there. It has to be exactly opposite. But that's a homebrew rule, so it's okay. Don't worry.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and attempt just some dagger.
Go for it.
Dagger.
9
dagger.
misses, unfortunately.
9.
Okay, try again.
14 just hits. So that's 4 points of damage.
And then since I hit, I should be able to get a sneak attack.
Sure. You can choose to use it whenever. You don't have to use it if you don't want to, but sure. 17 plus 4 is 21 is more than enough to kill this creature that only had 13 hit points left. It goes down. In history as the last nameless enemy to fall in today's game.
You're not the only one who can take care of business, Mr. Fighter.
Well, wonderful to see someone else is actually capable around here.
And then I end my turn.
Excuse me.
As you sink your daggers into the back of the creature that had not even see you coming, and you rake them down, just slashing at this creature, it lets out a dying roar before it just slumps to the ground and collapses. And once it does, you pull back your daggers and you all look around. You see that no other creature seems to be rushing down the stairs or coming from anywhere, so you are confident that the combat is over. So you go back and sheath your daggers again, and you feel much more confident now with your full equipment around your waist and shoulders and such. But you still are missing your rapier, and not only the rapier, but a very important document in the office of Lord Grodzina.
Do you even know how to spell that?
I don't have the book open in front of me.
It's exactly like it sounds.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna call him Lord Grod for short.
Lord Grods. Oh
Grod.
no, now I'm gonna
So
call him
speaking of
Gorilla
which,
Grodd.
I am taking my butt straight to the captain, uncharacteristically grabbing him by the collar and just very coldly stating, "Where is his trophy room?"
The guard, he kind of looks at you with wide eyes and a little bit surprised by you, a nobleman, grabbing him in such a violent manner. Just says, it is upstairs in the ground floor. Actually, let me look back my notes here. No, the trophy room is not here. It's on the top floor. It's on the top floor, next to the council room. Oh, wait. God damn it, Doug. Annotate better maps.
Gosh, Doug, what the heck?
Oh,
Um,
I mean, gosh, Doug.
you guys. The,
Oh
no, yeah, I was right but wrong. It is on the top floor.
Oh, dear gods. Well, I still have business here.
Falcon, that statement was not necessarily directed at you.
no! Was it?
You have already more than proven you're capable.
Yeah, you look like you got a few chunks bit out of you.
Adds character. I guess I do look a lot more like a barbarian now because I am mostly naked with a great axe, just covered in blood that might be mine and someone else's. I'm going to work on
Yeah.
getting my armor on.
You should get dressed.
I'll do that. I'll
Cleric can do some healing.
spend the time,
Yes, you.
5 minutes putting my armor on.
At this point, Gimbrinas, you managed to find all of your belongings, all of your equipment, all of your things are in the laboratory here in this room. So you just go from table to table, picking up your things and re-equipping yourself. So all of your belongings are there. You have everything, and then you can go dispensing out heals to people if they want them.
Is my bag of
Yeah.
or my bag of holding still here and everything?
Yes, it is.
Is everything still in it?
Sure.
I will use the cleansing stone to get all the blood off of me real quick.
Sure, you go ahead and do that.
And then put the armor on.
I wonder about that cleansing stone.
I do too. Often.
Cause
What specifically does it say?
no, yeah, I think it does what you said it does,
Yeah.
but I don't remember if it is or isn't an attunement item.
I'm pretty sure it's just one of those things that you walk up to it and touch it and you can use it. Because it's usually in like inns and stuff like that.
Sure. Well, anyways,
Anyway.
you clear this room, you gather all of your belongings. The only two things you do not find in here is Calaris's rapier. Sorry, Calaris's rapier and something else he's looking for. But other than that, everyone is equipped with your armor, weapons, garbs, everything.
Oh, by the way, a little bit of healing to you guys. So, plus, and an extra 6 points because of another feature of mine. So, 23 points of healing for you.
Dang, dang, da, dang.
So everyone heals 23 points. 23 hit points as Gambrinus, he gathers everyone around and utters a prayer to pass Peron.
Being at full health, I'm just brooding in the corner and mumbling to myself.
Oh, so that's what
If
being
we're gonna
healed is like.
If we're gonna spend 10 minutes, I'm going to reattune to my periaptive wound closure.
Sure.
Yeah, it's like being hurt, but in reverse.
While everyone's taking their time and waiting on Drac, I meet eyes with the lion cleric we have, and I pull out this tiny jug with many corks. I take out one of the corks, and while staring him in the eyes, I hold it sideways
No.
and pour mayonnaise into my
No.
maw, just keeping eye contact.
Oh no.
I'm so glad I can't see that.
I was laughing loud because Falcon sounds like a guy that does woodworking on YouTube. So when he said, got this jar with forks, I thought he was going to teach me how to do woodworking.
Well, I mean, I do that kind of thing, but
That's hilarious.
So I was like, oh no, he's gonna do that. Maybe he's not a guy from YouTube.
Oh no.
The price it's the same. It's so precious.
No, I'm- don't
And now
worry.
it's oh my god, this is happening.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm a Twitch streamer. I have stricter restrictions on TOS. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not that far gone yet.
Not chugging mayonnaise is not against terms of service.
So, Douglas, do I know what mayonnaise is, or I just see he chugging white cream?
Yes, you do know what mayonnaise is. Everyone knows what mayonnaise is. In this world, everyone does know what mayonnaise is.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty fairly common and popular even. Some people don't like it, but, you know, most people do.
He's just kind of staring you down before he eventually takes it back out, corks it, and then puts it in his bag. Doesn't acknowledge or say anything and just goes back to Drac.
While I'm just.
Do I get some, or just was that for show?
Falcon does not respond.
While I'm struggling.
Come
with, like,
on!
the last
I was
couple-
trapped in a jail for 2 weeks. I want something to eat. Not even mayonnaise will do.
I let you out. You already paid me back for the whole healing thing. I'll get you food when we get out of here, but for the time being, you're under my payroll. Whatever you call this. I don't know. Did anyone
Okay,
ever see
so
where that
today-
rogue went?
Probably out in the hall. Can you get this last buckle for me? I can't reach.
Yeah, I
Did you
got
just
it.
drink mayonnaise at him?
No, I didn't.
You did.
I did not.
I watched it happen.
I roll for deception.
Falcon.
Have you guys watched that Charlie the Unicorn?
Yes, you did that right.
It's like you two are the pink and blue unicorns right now.
They are.
Carl.
Carl, you can't do that.
No,
is this?
those are
What are we standing
Jandamas.
Yeah, I got a mix round.
Oh, don't worry, you'll get used to it. But in any case,
Your rogue friend's out in the hall, I think.
Right.
all of you finally gather up in where do you guys gather up?
Back in the hallway.
I don't know, back in the corridor.
Chilling out in the hallway.
Sure, is that, you know, whatever you guys want to do next, unless it's go back to the cells, you gotta choose a point where you want to go. There's 2 staircases leading up. There's the staircase through the laboratory and the staircase through the kitchen.
Let's probably go through the kitchen to look a little less suspicious and close the door on the way out, even though we kind of destroyed that room a little bit. Just a little bit.
I
use
turned to everybody.
accurate magic. Hey, you ready to leave
Problem.
Polaris?
No.
What do you mean, no?
They have my family's rapier.
You can buy a new rapier. They make more.
Not like this.
Oh boy.
And you were
Alright.
carrying it around after losing a bet. Why?
I always carried it around.
I'm just saying, if you don't want to lose anything valuable.
Point noted. Regardless, I'm here originally for some documents. Losing the bet was just a nice cover. I cannot leave without the rapier.
And where is it?
Oh, you're up to this shit again. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'll help you find the rapier. Do you know where it is?
Top floor.
Oh
The
boy.
longest grin. Just not the not a happy grin, but like, great kind of grin.
Alright, let's go. And I'm just gonna
As
be
you
walking
s-
through the door.
As I say that, the guards, they're like, the top floor in the trophy room. It's close to the council room. We can't get to the council room through the kitchen. It leads directly over there. But once we get up there, you need to be very careful. The Lord Grodzina is there, and the Drake as well.
Okay, so I'm gonna go walk up to him and I'm like, alright, God, what's your name again?
I'm Dozin.
Alright, Dozin. How much does Lord Grodzina actually care about his gods?
Not very, sir. I do intend to walking off and never looking back. I'm just after what I've done here today. He would chase me until the ends of the earth if I were to
Good.
remain.
And are guards common on that floor?
Come again?
Are guards common on the top floor?
The entirety of the keep, yes.
Perfect. I'm just going to turn to everybody else. Dozen can go off and do whatever. This just became a lot easier.
But there are guards.
We steal their clothes, or well, we trade clothes for now. Let them get out as the way they are with the things that we've been so lovingly given. Is that the idea you were going with? That was the idea I was going with.
Falcon, how trained are you in the auto self spell?
Don't know it.
Good. I'll go up alone.
Oh.
I didn't say I
hold
was
on.
completely incompetent. I can use invisibility.
As
you
you
mentioned there being a Drake in there too.
as you guys intend to go off, those in the guard, he just says, "If you go, it's your funeral. I intend to leave, and I can't promise that any of the other guards are gonna be." Gambrinus, you're doing background noise.
Yes.
You have staticky, Mike.
Sounds like you're getting eaten alive.
Right.
That's fine.
He looks through you and says, "And I can't promise that any of the other guards are gonna be helpful or comply with you. No matter who you are, or where you come from, they might just stab you and turn you in for a quick reward. If you go in, I can't assure that anything good is going to happen to you. I intend to leave. I've helped you enough, and I've forsaken my entire career on this."
Well,
Long
you
life
wanna
and
let
well
us-
wishes, then.
And
You want to let us
maybe-
borrow that clothing of yours, maybe?
Fine. I can do that.
Yeah, I'll give you 50 gold for your trouble, okay?
Okay, as you reach into your pocket, track there, the bag of holding, and you grab
Bag of
some
holding.
gold and offer to the person. He looks at the gold and says, "What in the devils is this?"
Well, it's gold. It's payment. It's money.
No,
You
Do
don't-
I see the gold?
Do you people not have money?
we do. We use crowns. They
Falcon
look
is
nothing
kind
like
of
this.
Nudging Drac in the side here and looking up at him and kind of how is there's no way of getting this thorough through Drac by any means. This region uses different currency, Drac.
Why? What is the point of having multiple currencies? Even when
Oh,
I'm
good
from,
God.
we use gold.
Oh, good God.
I just want to look at the
Remember-
guard's hand and see what he gave him.
He gave the guard some gold-looking coins that have it has an emblem etched onto it. It looks very nice, but you don't recognize it at all. You have no idea where this gold coin could have come from, and you have a fairly decent understanding of places. Nowhere that you know of, Clarice, uses this gold coin. In fact, all the kingdoms use crowns.
Well, if you don't want the gold, give it back then. I have more uses for it myself.
By the way, gold coins, they use it to put the date when they were crafted. Do these coins have the two?
The minting date?
Sorry.
Do coins have minting dates on them? These coins. They have an odd number etched onto them. Nothing that you would recognize, Clarice or Gambrinus.
Well,
Oh no, I am not seeing them. I just to the guards and make confusion.
Your microphone is doing a lot of static.
Sorry.
But, yeah, no, not at all. There's a number that is etched onto them that is, what number is it? 1020. It seems to be is you, Drakdaring, recognizes that as a year where some coins were minted all the way back in Rosenfell, and some even in Nolyn, but apparently none of these people recognize this coin.
Well, fine. I'll just take it back then if it's not worth anything here. That puts a damper on my day.
Oh, forgive my friend. He's not from around here.
Quite far away, in fact.
I just give him a look, but I don't say anything yet.
Just put it back in the bag of holding and put it back on my belt.
Regardless, the guard
One
says,
thing.
just knowing that I might be able to escape with my life is more than enough. Just, I hope that the Almighty watches over you, and you don't find yourselves on the gallows. And he starts to take off his armor and puts it down, and one of the other guard, Clark, also takes off his armor to hand it off to one of you, and it looks alright, but no way in hell is going to fit you, Drakdaring.
No, I wasn't planning on it. I'm not in the right height category for any of that.
And then,
Oh, don't worry. You can be our pet.
as soon as they undress, mostly, and they're just in their pajamas, so to speak, they look towards you, they still have a keyring at hand, and they say, "Best of luck. If we ever see each other again, I hope it's on a brighter day and a brighter future.
With a little less blood.
Godspeed." And then he turns around and Clark follows him. But the other guard, he kind of stays behind with you all. And then he just looks at you all. You see there's a little bit of a glimmer of hope in his eyes. And then he looks towards you, Kalari. "I'm gonna go with you."
Really, that's not necessary?
"You're a noble, are you not? From the
Of
Delmira
course.
family. I want to be your squire. I want to be a knight someday, and I will not get it. I won't get to do it here. Let me serve you, and be your
Definitely not under
squire."
his castle.
Come again?
Definitely not under Grodzina's castle.
Yeah, exactly.
Won't become a knight.
Let me be your squire, please. I can fight.
Yes, but can you stealth?
I can try. I don't need to stealth. I'm a guard here. Everyone knows me here. Why would I need to stealth around?
Advantage.
Sure, you can come with us.
All right, come on.
Great! And he extends his hands. "I'm Pent. Pleased to meet you."
I shake it anyway.
And that is where we're going to end today's session, you guys. Congratulations on your jailbreak. You all survived.
I didn't even kill any guards.
Indeed.
I did.
I very much know you did.
Oh god, I should have used my
Killed
fists.
is putting it lightly.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's okay. Maybe I'll just knock him out. I action surge. Oh, good God.
I thought about it. I should have specified non-lethal, but that wouldn't have been in character for the moment.
Oh no.
He's very angry. He's very upset.
Drakdaring has disappeared. Ah, there he is. He was below Falcon all along. So, this is it for today. Thank you guys so very much for playing. And, of course, as always, thank you so very much to everyone over there on Twitch for sticking around watching D&D. Sorry it's been 3-4 weeks since the last game, even though I said, oh, we're gonna have a game next week. I had a lot of stuff going on this past month, and all that stuff is finally done and over, so we can get back to your regularly scheduled games, and we should be having D&D every Tuesday night, like always. and it might be on a different time for you guys because daylight saving settings is, you know, throwing everyone out of whack, but it should be alright. If you missed this session because of daylights or because you didn't know D&D was coming back, you can always go to my YouTube channel to follow back on previous session if you have missed any for whatever reason, you know, it happens. And if you wanna also keep track of when sessions are happening, make sure to follow me on Twitter and Twitch. And don't worry, I'll be uploading this session up to the clouds as well. Once again, thank you guys so very much for sticking around and for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening or whatever time of the day it is for you guys. Bye bye, Twitch.